Shadows lurked in silence, bringing the test of death. The horse's hooves were steady on the worn-out trail, through valleys deep and wide past the silver veil. Bandits in the night, with greed and foul intent, turned the peaceful journey into swift lament.
Shining bright. What's going on, y'all? Long time no see. The Ashes community has come firing back.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Oh, Mr. Bach, thank you for following, man. Man, the Ashes community has come just out of nowhere, y'all. That one live stream, and it went from, I wouldn't say 0, but like 5 to 90. You know, like everybody's back, everybody's watching the streams and watching videos and all that stuff, and that's so cool. I'm so excited for everything that's coming for Ashes. We got Alpha 2 coming, what, maximum 4 months. Some of us are hoping it'll be a little sooner than that, but I've been making the joke that they're definitely gonna, September 74th. That's gonna be the launch date. It's still technically Q3, so we're good. Still technically Q3, but I'm hoping for mid-August or so. That would be really awesome for me, but whatever. Anyways, super excited for everything that's been happening in Ashes lately. That Node War stream was crazy. Levi, thank you for the wait. Levi, you've been subbing to me since Alpha 1 and never turned it off, bro. I haven't made... Oh, I love you, man. Thank you for the support. That's crazy. For 35 months, I might have streamed 8 times in those 35 months. And then they're gonna do gifted subs too. Thank you, Levi, man. I appreciate it. Here lately, I've been getting super nostalgic for the time around Alpha 1. Just the way the community all supported each other, and all the content creators were rating each other nonstop and stuff. It was just crazy. Crazy time, and
Ready to
I was
serve,
definitely nostalgic for that. No Twin, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, man. Oh, Crabgasm. That's my sister-in-law right there. She got looks like she won a gifted sub. Nice. Hey Zillin, been seeing you more active in Discord lately. Yeah. It's time. I've been telling people for a long time now. I mean, 2 years. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be making content for this game. The type of content that I want to make just doesn't exist right now. I need the game to exist to make the type of content I want to make. And every time I sit down to make a video that's, let's be honest, it's speculation, it's thin air, it's just, yes, I have the ability to look at a system that they've designed and speculate or extend out the logic of that system to determine where it might end up, but there's no value in that. Like, nobody cares. You're just running your fat mouth about what you think. And I hate it. And I'll record a video, and I'll be in the editing process. And this happened, I'm not kidding you, at least 50 times over the last 2 years. I'll record an entire video. I'll be in the editing process, and I'll be doing the editing, and then I'll just be like, no one cares. I don't care. Who cares what I have to say about this game? And I'll delete the thing and move on and never release the video. Yeah. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be making content. I guarantee you guys. The time is coming. You didn't hold special VIP status for not supporting my pal. That's true. I guess down. How do I get rid of this person? I don't even remember how to Twitch anymore. It's been so long. How does one Twitch? Bell, I thought you had mod status. That'll be something that we'll do in future streams. We'll get it figured out. I've been for the last week and a half or so, I've been doing a lot of things to prepare for starting to get back to going back to streaming, and it's just crazy. It's crazy how how much there is. There's so much that goes into streaming. I got to tell you guys, all you guys who are running around and supporting all these people who are streaming lately, all the Ashes streamers, they put a lot of work into this. There is so much work that goes into it. So definitely make sure you guys keep supporting them. Chappy J, I do appreciate your first time chat there. Getting involved in the conversation. Love it. Love it. So what I wanted to do today, you know, I made these silly animations in one of my videos a while back. Let's see here. If I go here, okay, yeah, you guys can see my screen. Okay, this is good. This is good. Can you hear me? I'm talking. Is my mic's going? Okay, look at this. I'm almost like a professional streamer. Catrello says I'm here and ready to rumble. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I made these in a video months ago with just examples.
Get over here!
Of that's the grapple. That's the tank's grapple ability, right? And then I made variations on it, augments to that ability. So I took different ways that the tank's grapple could work. So here's my funniest one here. This is if you were a tank summoner, and now instead of using a grapple, instead of using like a harpoon, you summon a bear, and the bear throws the guy over to you.
Snoop Dogg!
So my idea was, you guys tell me an Ashes of Creation ability that already exists, and if I don't already have an animation for it, I'll make it, and then tell me your idea for an augment, and I'll animate it for you right here live on stream. And with the caveat letting you guys know, I am not a professional animator. I'm not a professional artist. I barely know what I'm doing in DaVinci Resolve. This is purely just like for the fun of it, and I'm gonna do stupid things and make mistakes and not be as good at editing as somebody who's in chat watching, but you know, it's just for the fun. So silly animations versus paying Fiverr artists, which do I prefer? Music is a bit loud. Turn it down. Okay, I can turn it down a little bit. And the animation was loud. I thought it sounded loud to me. Wouldn't it make more sense to summon if you summon a spider and the spider shoots a web and pulls the enemy towards you while showing them with their web, slowing them with their web? Yes, that's brilliant. We can animate that. That's what I'm saying. We can animate that if that's what we're gonna do. Do you think the Pooh Bear was to make sense? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This whole thing is about total realism. That's what we're going for. So, somebody give me a Ash's ability that exists, and we'll animate it, and then we'll animate some augments to it, and we'll take. There we go. The tank wall. Okay, the tank wall. Let's go with that. Let's go with the tank wall. And then the tank wall with fire. Let's see. I started making... Let's see, I found me a tank. There we go. He is too big. Let's do this. While I am doing this this stuff here, if anybody has any thoughts on the Node Wars, that Node War video that they had, I haven't stopped thinking about it since it happened. It was so good. It was so good. I'm wondering what you guys are thinking about the Node Wars. Ferocious Pooh Bear made sense to you. I bet it did. I bet it did make sense to you. Zillion grapple for fighter rogue could be a grapple bleed effect or a triple grapple. I actually was in the process of making a augment for tank that was 5 grapples at once. You shoot out 5 harpoons in one and bring 5 guys in. So yeah, we have a very similar thought process there for sure. All right, so we got this guy here. We're gonna let's see. Can we do this and make it look like he's standing kind of? That guy's got a big ass sword, man. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. The new hierarchy of bear danger is black bear, brown bear, grizzly bear, Faz bear, polar bear, Pooh bear. I don't know what that means. I'm going to be honest with you. Don't know what that means. Tank wall already has a longer wall, a taller wall, and a clear wall that allies can attack through. So I would say a smoke wall blocks line of sight, not attacks. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool idea. I know they had a stun effect on it at one point. And you got to keep in mind that I still don't know how this is going to work. Okay, let's talk here. What Intrepid has explained doesn't make sense mathematically. And I would love to have a conversation with somebody at Intrepid who could clarify if this is true or not. But let's take the mage, for example. We know that the mage has 4 schools of magic, that being fire, frost, lightning, and teleportation. And there are supposed to be augments related to every one of those schools of magic. So let's take your tank ability, grapple. If you do a mage, there are 4 different augments to every ability that you have. But there's 8 subclasses. So there's 4 for ranger and 4 for bard and 4 for summoner, which means there's 32 augments to every ability in the game, which doesn't seem mathematically possible. So what I'm trying to get at is that there could be way more augments to tank wall than just the few that they've told us. But I desperately need them to come in and tell me, no, Zillan, they're only going to do certain number of augments per ability, or no, there's going to be 32 of them, and we're going to be in development for the next 10 years. Matamia says hi. Hi, Matamia. Is that on YouTube? That is on YouTube. Okay. I didn't know if I was live on YouTube or not. I'm trying to do the restream thing, and it wasn't working. I think we consider teleportation void. I think they might have changed the name of it to void. I can't remember. But I know at one time they were calling it teleportation. I think it actually still says that on the wiki. Okay. There are many more than just the classes they have. Oh, yeah, I know. There's at least 32 based on the math that they've given us. At least 32. But yeah, like you said, so many other things. So it's going to be crazy. Okay, so we need a wall. We need a wall. Oh, no. Okay, let's find me a wall here. Let's see. Here we go. This will work. This will work. Let's get rid of that. No. File. New. Alright, so... wall. Okay. So now we have a wall to put in here. If I can find it. Brick wall. Your restream is not in chat. So the restream isn't coming across. I'm going to have to fix that at some point. Like I said, I've been doing so much stuff trying to get ready for this particular stream. There were things that just fell by the wayside that I was not able to get done, unfortunately. It's a sad state of affairs. Where did that save that wall? There it is. Okay. So what we need is this guy here to be walking. Let's see. So after a few seconds, he's gonna move to here. So he's gonna move. Okay. And then we can do the old. Whoa, that's a lot. Whoa, whoa. See, I told y'all I'm not good at this. This one. But the idea is for us all to be able to laugh. The religious augment wall that appears and blinds all infidels, anyone else of a different religion. That's actually genius. Oh, I love that. One of my favorite things about this whole concept or this idea of us doing these augments is it's entirely possible that Intrepid could see one and be like, "Oh yeah, that's it. That's great. You know, let's do that." And then it's in somebody's game. So, oh yeah, that's. Do you guys see that walking animation? That is high quality Unreal Engine 4 or 5 animation right there. You cannot beat that. You cannot beat that. All right, so then let's get a wall in here when he hits. He's advancing. Okay. Okay, so this guy's he's advancing. So now is when we want to put up the wall. All right. Yeah, get wrecked. You ain't going nowhere, son. Oh, you ain't going nowhere. Okay, and then this guy here will need to do some type of super fancy animation to show that he's casting a spell, which of course means he's going to... Whoops. Whoa, what did I just do? He is going to lean forward slightly and then come back to his original position, and then a wall appears. Get wrecked, son. Oh, okay. Wall of light thing in D&D. Such animation. Knockback wall augment, that's good. I am a genius. Void wall switches the people within a radius from one side to the other. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. So what we need to do is we need to move. So when he runs, bam! I'm stopped. All right. So I love the absolute stupidity and lunacy of doing this. It's so funny to me. All right, here we go. There's your wall animation, Cotrello. Bam, get wrecked. There we go. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to hold on. We have to deliver this. Hold on. Tank wall. Animation stuff. Render. I am downgrading you to a 4er artist. I'm not good enough to be a 5er artist. I can see that. I can totally see that. I can totally see that. Man, that is Pepsi and it's not good. Okay, so now we need to set the wall on fire and set the player on fire. Cotrello, is that what you're thinking? Or like the wall shoots out fire? Tell me more about how this augment works. And the next person who wants to get an augment done needs to start thinking about it now. Dante said, "Oh yes, I can't wait for racial augments. Gonna shoot some of my alien privilege imbued arrows at them damn knife-ear elves." Wow. Wall of flames doesn't stop movement, burns them. Okay, it doesn't stop movement. Okay. Okay. Let's see what I can get for that.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Who was that? I did not catch the name of whoever that was that just followed, but thank you for following whoever that was. I appreciate it. Thruk! It was probably Thruk. Thruk is one of the newest members of Organized Chaos, which is my guild for Alpha 2. Oh yeah, that'll work. So we're going to steal this. Appreciate this, the Prime subscription, Thruk. Really do. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to come in here and we're going to put this. And we're going to do this. And what we have to do is we have to go over here to the edit thing and put a 3D keyer on this. Oh, come on, catch up. And then change this to overlay. And then despill it. Boom, flames. Now we just gotta move. Whoop. Don't want to do that. Looking forward to supporting the guild in Alpha 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's gonna be fun, man. I look forward to beating you all. Wait, that's just disrespectful. That's just disrespectful. Okay, so we're running through. Boom, we get caught on fire. Get caught on fire here. But of course the guy doesn't stop running. Where's the last one? Okay, so if you want to continue on like this, and he continues to move to here. All right, and then we got to catch him on fire, right? Beating you while stopping to trash talk and stream is disrespectful. Damn. Yeah, it's funny. There's a lot of people. You know, I had a lot of guilds talking to me about potentially joining. A pretty good number of them, and all of them, I'm like. Now that I decided to do this, which kind of came out of nowhere, but here we are, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm looking forward to maybe teaming up with you or killing you. I don't know. I just want to play the game. You know, if y'all are my enemy, then we'll kill each other on the battlefield and then get in Discord and hang out. Like, it's no big deal. So I'm right there with you. Axiom all day, huh? Yeah, Axiom's a big guild. I'm gonna have a lot of power. For sure. For sure. Okay, so how do we set this guy on fire a little bit? Is this gonna be it over here? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so we're gonna get this one. And we're gonna add a video track. Oh, no, that's the same one. Here we go. Wait, what? I don't understand why is that not working. Okay, well, we'll find a different one then. Fuck me, I guess, right? He must also scream in agony. Okay, we can do that. Maybe it depends on how many servers there are. Over 100k is a lot of users for the content they will have out. Most major guilds are skipping the 3-day early start servers, so probably will be. Most major guilds are skipping the 3-day early start servers. What? I'm so confused. I don't know what that means. It starts playing Fireball by Pitbull. Or Baby, You're a Firework. I'm so interested if any guilds make it on the same server. I mean, a lot of the guilds are going to make it on the same server. I think a lot of the guilds are planning on it. From what the ones I've been talking to, they've all been saying, "Hey, look, we're trying to end up in the same place." There is a reward for people who can join Ashes 3 days before everyone else, but those are special servers. The major guilds agreed to all start on a non-3-day servers. Where does the reward come from? Like, where can I have gotten that if I have it? I don't think I've ever heard about that, to be honest. I'm totally baffled why this can't be put. Check wiki for Head Start. There's a Kickstarter thing. Okay. Interesting. If you have Alpha 2 access in a bundle, you have the 3-day perk. Okay. And so the major guilds have... So what you're telling me is that for 3 days, Ashes of Creation will be a game that you can log into and play. And all of the major and biggest guilds, so the majority of the people who have been following this game intently for 7 years, are all just going to sit on the sidelines and watch other people play. Is that what we're... Is that... Do I have that right? That cannot be right. That cannot be right. I'm still trying to figure out why I can't put this fire here. I'm not sure. Yeah, Royer, I'm right there with you. Not you're selling. I ain't buying. Let's see if I can find a different flame effect. This will work too. Okay, we'll use this one. We'll use this one if we have to. Hello, Mabari. Zillan says the players may make a do-nothing character, but the guild as a whole will not be there per the agreements. I mean, okay. I mean, I guess you could make a do-nothing character and just mess around and test for a couple days, and then delete, and everybody starts their character to make their... No, you're selling and I'm not buying. So people like make programs that ping the server's coding in order to find out when bosses are going to spawn and every other imaginable way to cheat on Earth. And you're going to tell me that these guilds that are promising that they're not going to get started until after the day 3 servers aren't going to have a whole bunch of people on and do nothing characters gathering resources, and so that when they do actually start, they're going to start with massive sets of resources, also knowledge about what's going on and how to level the fastest and all that stuff. I'm not buying it, man. They're gonna start in secret. It's what they're gonna do. All of them, every single one of them. I'm not buying this. Read Thuck's comment. For 3 days, there will be, for example, 10 servers available. Then there will be another example, 10 servers that will start when everyone else can join. They may play in the first 3 days, but they will start over in the new servers when they launch. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. Saluna Y2K, first time chat. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping in. Problem is, I think that people that don't have early start, they don't want to start on a server that where people are already ahead of equals dead server eventually. Yeah, yeah, definitely. All right, let's see. I got a different. Oh, this one works just fine. Well, ain't that the dumbest thing you've ever seen in your life? I'm going to put a 3D keyer on that one too. We're going to despill that one. Boom. Okay. And then we're going to come back over here where I do all of my editing. Okay, so like right here he's in. So now is when this is going to show up. Position is going to be noted here. What happens in this situation? Your guild has 500 members. Only one of them have the head start. You create that guild. 450 members can't join because they don't have head start. I mean, the reality is that they said that the level 1 guilds, before you level them up, are only going to have 30 people. Is going to be the cap, the member cap. So I've been wondering how people are going to organize just in general. If let's say you're going into Alpha 2 with 150 members, which there are a lot of guilds, they're well-organized, well-run guilds that are going into Alpha 2 with 150 members. You can't just go create your guild. You're going to have to create 5, is that right? 3 times 5? I'm pretty sure that's right. 5 guilds to incorporate each of them, and then as you level up the main guild and are able to put more points into the level cap, then you're deleting old guilds so that new people can. It's a nightmare to think about. I'm sitting there like, I don't want to go into Alpha 2 with more than 30 members, so I don't have to deal with the math of that. Okay. Mabari just rescribed for 10 months. 10 months. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Take my money. Okay, so we get here. So now we want to move this to here. And so now he hits the flames and he gets caught on fire. There we go. So when he gets to his target, he's already on fire. There we go. There is the tank wall that is a firewall instead of a brick wall and catches somebody on fire. I've actually been here before, but it's been a while. I know I'm my favorite Asher streamers, but I can't view their streams very often because they usually stream at like 2 a.m. my time. Yeah. I thought I recognized the name, but it said you were a first-time chatter, so yeah. Am I in P1? Yes, I will be. I was in Alpha 1, and I'm not in PI, though. I'm not in PI. I don't got that kind of money. I do not have that kind of money. All right. So there we go. Catrello, are you happy with your... No, it's not there's always the Wilhelm.
Man getting bit.
No. Why is there not that many options for this? That's very Zillion is a special kind of fan who choose not to support Kickstarter. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I will be straight up honest with you guys. I watched the Kickstarter video for Ashes of Creation, and I did one of these. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna do all that. You've never even made a video game before. Yeah, right. That's what I did. And then I watched the Chronicles of Illyria video, and I was like, that looks like an awesome MMO. I can't wait to play that. And, I mean, I was wrong. I will say that, like, every 6 months, like, I kept going back and checking both Ashes of Creation and Chronicles of Illyria. And after, like, a year and a half or 2 years, when I actually saw progress in Ashes of Creation, and Chronicles of Illyria was just, like, this vague promise of one day we'll have a video game, I started going, I don't know. I don't know that that this game's gonna ever actually exist. And then of course it ended up being a gigantic scam, and Ashes ended up being what it is, and here we are. I could have been NPI if I hadn't spent all my money on skins. Yeah, no doubt about it. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to chop all this off. Alright, and we're going to deliver that as tank firewall. Go! Render. Alright. So, next. What I need is for someone to give me an Ashes of Creation ability that already exists. We'll read the description of it. We'll animate it in this incredible, ultra hyper realistic Unreal Engine 5 animation that I'm doing. And then we will find an augment for it and augment and animate the augment as well. Tiki over on YouTube says, yo, hey Tiki, how you doing? I'm glad I only gave Illyria $30. I will say, despite the fact that I was not on board with Ashes and I was on board with Illyria, I never gave them any money. I thought about it a couple times, but I was like, there's just not enough there. There's not enough there yet. So I never did give them any money, and I'm really glad I didn't. So Thruk says charge. And Thruk, I don't know if you saw, I did a video on class balance a few months back that has several variations of the tank or I think it's the fighter. It's called Rush, the Rush ability. So there's that ability is already animated and multiple augments for it. Mezcon over on YouTube says, yo, what's going on, Mezcon? But the Electro Ball is something. The Electro Ball is useless. I think they'll right now. I feel like it's too slow to be useful, but we'll see. All right, so let's go find my wizard. Let's go find my wizard. All right, let's shrink him down. Look at this badass wizard. If you got armor like this in Ashes of Creation, I know you're a badass and you've done all the hardest content. Look at this. Look at this. We're gonna flip you this way. Look at that, man. Look at all that gold inlays on his armor and stuff. That's a badass right there. Homing Electro Ball would be better. Oh, a homing Electro Ball would be really cool. That's not a bad idea. Just got home from work. Glad to see you're streaming. I'm outside helping Dad mow the yard. Otherwise, I'll be on my PC. Hey, man. The lawn's got to get mowed. And down here in Texas, where it keeps alternating between stupid amounts of rain and then being hot for 3 days, the grass just grows so fast. I feel like I have to mow my lawn every third day. So get out there and have fun with that. Royer says fighter main made second augment whirlwind the ball lightning. So there's a fighter ability called whirlwind. Is that what you're saying, Roar? So it's time for a little bit of well, I guess a lot of you saw me on Voices of Era with Nice Gaming and Is There No One Else, and DA. I have to admit something. I haven't seen the Fighter live stream video or the Midnight Magic live stream video. I reached a point where I think I reached a point where I was just like, wake me up when I can log in to the damn game. Like, that's it. I was ready to play the game now. And so yeah, I was watching the Fighter live stream video. I got about 2 minutes into it, and I was just like, I don't care, and logged out, and turned off Twitch and went on about my life. So I don't know some of the Fighter abilities, so I'm gonna have to look that up when we get ready to go do that. I know my body's like, leg gasp. You mean when DA gave out way too much info? Did he? I don't know. Sound like you need to watch it again. I know I've thought about doing a live stream where I'm just reacting to that video, because I probably should. Just watch it now instead of doing the animations. Go watch it now. Is that what you're saying? Okay, so we're doing an electro ball. Let's see. What's the target this time? What are we going to be hitting at? Here we go. Here's a stupid ranger. So this ranger's going to be up on that hill. Let's flip him back the other way. There we go. All right. Why not? I haven't seen it either. He loves Zillin reactions. I do know that there is 5 subs for a reaction stream. You're saying you'll gift 5 subs if I go react to the Fighter video right now? Is that what you're saying? Right now. No, he's right-handed, Mabari. No, he's left-handed. No, he's right-handed. No, he's left-handed. Okay, that's stupid and immature. Okay, well, I promised one more augment, so let me do this augment, and then we'll go look at the Fighter stream. 5 is a bit... Yeah, there you go, Bill. Argue on my behalf. Negotiate for me, Bill. There you go. Okay. Oh, well, there they come. Mezcon, Brutalis, Circle Burner 87, Chaffee J, and Penumbral. 5. I have 5. Do I hear a 10? Okay, so... I'm crawling my way to 10,000 pun points. Yeah. For those of you who are around in Alpha 1 and remember the absurdity, the punishment cam is back. I've got it all set up, so when somebody gets to the number of points necessary to put me through that awful pain, you can. So there you go. Should lower it to 1 point. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I believe it's 10,000 points is what I have it set at, Mabari. I might have to lower it for these types of streams, but I know when we were doing gameplay, it was interrupted too much. Life is pain. Life is pain. That's true. That's true. Okay, so we need like a magic. It's a lightning ball, right? Back in my day, you could get puns for a couple bucks. And I guess it's true, Mabari. If I don't stream, you guys can never get enough points. I like that. That's a good strategy. I'm glad you told me that. All I got to do to avoid saying puns is just not stream. Whirlwind. Channeled ability. Deal physical damage to all enemies around the caster with each spin while channeled. Increasing the spin rate the longer it is channeled. The caster is immune to hard, disabling effects while spinning. Activate the ability again to end the channeling early. Okay, that's pretty cool. Is that one of the things I missed out on on the Fighter stream? Oh God, I've still, don't get me wrong, I've seen some of the fighter running around and doing some things. Like it's not like I totally ignored it, but I did just switch away from it. It was like, I'll see it when I can. I think I really did just reach the point of I'm ready. I've been following this shit for 6 years. I've made it practically my whole life for 6 years, and I was just like, I'm done for now. Whoa, that was weird. Okay. I'm going to go find the fighter video and download it. Because I guess we're going to watch that. That would be this one right here. We're going to download. Oh. Alright, we got that going. Alternate Punsworth Redemption, set a bit price 2. Oh. See, Levi, I like where your head's at. I will get my compliment. I'm not addicted to points, but the reward, though, you spin me right around. Oh, that'd be a good song to play with that one. Bard Augment for the lightning ball. It's a ball of sick jams that makes opponents dance for a couple seconds as it passes through them. Oh, God, yes. That's so good. That's so good. I like that. That's really good. Why did this stop playing? Let's go back to this. There we go. Okay. Electric guitar riff. Yeah. Okay. So I still need... Oh, yeah, I was looking up... Y'all got me so distracted now. I'm looking up the ball, so I can make sure I have an accurate description of how it works. So the abilities look... Mescon over on YouTube says, I will say the abilities look super good and satisfying, especially how they reworked Obliterate or whatever it's called. The AoE slam on the ground. Yeah, see, I haven't even seen it. I do not know how to see on what's going on YouTube. That's crazy. Okay, whatever. Mage abilities. Does anybody even know what it's called? It's literally called ball lightning. Okay, creates a large ball of charged electricity that travels slowly forward, which is why I think it's kind of useless, because it's like the easiest thing on earth to dodge. Rapidly dealing lightning damage and applying volatile to enemies it overlaps with. Let's just look up what volatile does just for the lols. Volatile is a type of status effect that acts as a creation, reduces magical mitigation by 15% in the last 6 seconds. Okay. So let's do crackling lightning green screen. Can we get a copy of this song on YouTube to stream? What song? The song in the background? Yeah, I really like it. Okay, let's see. What are my options here? I'm looking through different options for the lightning ball. Oh, fucking perfect. Oh my God, it's perfect. The Carfin song. It's just a good song to listen to while doing shit. I'm not going to lie, Levi. I kind of want to have all the songs that I'm making for Ashes of Creation only exist on my computer so that my streams will have a entirely unique sound that no one else can have. And I know that's slightly selfish, but that's kind of really, that was the idea. That was what I was going for. But it's not something. I'm not saying no. I'm just. I got to think about how I want to do that. I like the Caravan song, the one that just played. The Carfin one is good. The Battle of the God Spike is my favorite one, though. That one's really good. All right, so our wizard is going to cast a spell with with the elite animation of leaning forward for a second and then back. Boom. When he does that, creates a ball. And that ball is going to be right here. And then it's going to travel through here. There's your lightning ball. I actually think I'll want to do it like this and get it here and then make it bigger. Alright, so now it's actually kind of the size. There you go, guys. Oh, God. Okay, so how long does this last? Could I... Can I get rid of this? Move this over here. Boom. Oh. What is that going to do? Yeah, that works. No. I love that you're working with DaVinci, such a great program. Yeah, I really enjoyed DaVinci. I don't understand... is it that? Yes. So I understand how to do layer-based animation, but node-based, I don't get what the irony of me not getting node-based when I'm making Ash Creation content. We're going to ignore that. I don't understand this shit at all, and I've tried a few times to get it, and it's beyond my ability to conceive, so I've just moved on from it. I just go, okay, I don't get it. It's not for me. Okay, so you're going to be here. There we go. There we go. There's your lightning ball damaging folks. Never be a DaVinci mayor at this rate. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which, by the way, can we just talk about how much better of a mayor I would be than Sonny? I mean, let's be honest here. Like, he's a nice guy, and he's funny. But, I mean, have you seen his mayoral ad videos? The guy seems like he might not be good at the job, you know what I mean? All I'm saying is Zillin for mayor. When you guys get into Alpha 2, if you remember anything, any advice that I give you throughout the entire time we're streaming it leading up to Alpha 2, remember Zillin for mayor. It's important. I think it'd be cool if they made the speed optional for the ball lightning, charge up the cast, let it go instant, and it goes slow. Charge it up, it will go fast, and maybe have other benefits. Well, I mean, I would assume that's what we're going to get, right? the ball lightning is going to have very different variations depending on what your augment what you pick. And hopefully, yes, you can make it go faster, because every time I see that slow thing, I'm just like, I would just be like, I'm going to sidestep to the right here now. Thank you. Like, it seems pointless. In PvE, getting your tank to ball up a bunch of bad guys and shooting several ball lightnings through there seems awesome. But in PvP, it seems useless. I absolutely love the node-based workflow in DaVinci. Actually, one of the main reasons I switched from Adobe and Premiere / After Effects. So, Luna, you might have to get, like, come talk to me and explain to me how the node stuff works, because I don't get it. I just don't get it. I've watched the videos and it just doesn't. But from what I understand, it's way more powerful. And what's funny is, like, a lot of content creators use Streamlabs over Stream-Elements, because Streamlabs is really simple. Stream-Elements is a lot more complicated, but it's far more powerful. I use Stream-Elements and took the time to learn so that I could use the more powerful tool. But in this case, I'm like, I'm just going to stick with the simple one. And then you get these simple crap animations that I'm doing now. Mezcon said, thought the same thing. Zillin for mayor. Yeah. Choke points make it useful. So good for world objectives. You know, I hadn't thought about that when you combine the wall with the ball. Whatever. That could work. I'm really excited to coordinate having 2 or 3 tanks target healers and squishy casters and stuff like that with grapple, and pulling them close to us, and then putting up walls to stop them from retreating back. And it's 3 versus 17 for 5 seconds or 8 seconds or however long the wall lasts. Just a serious ganking happening. That's going to be fun. Okay. So we have a wall. Okay, so this is going to be Mage Ball Lightning. I'm still not super experienced with DaVinci. It took me weeks to figure out how to correctly work with ACE, a color profile in DaVinci. But I'd say once you figure out how everything works, it's such a powerful tool. Also, in my opinion, much faster than Premiere and After Effects. Really? Okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting.
So,
all right. Okay, so what augment are we putting on this? I don't remember. I just remember that we were doing ball lightning. Which, I mean, I think I killed. I slayed this. Look at that. I mean, if that's not ball lightning, and if this right here is not the animation for casting ball lightning dead on, I don't know what is. That's 100% accurate. Let's see if I can go back to the chat and see what they wanted to do with it. Make it stop. Somebody said, so Levi, was it you? Whirlwind around the mage. A metal ball to push people back or change the size or speed. A metal ball to push people back. And bar dancing ball. I forgot about the bar dancing ball. I forgot about the bar dancing ball. You're right. When you're right, Catrello. A metal ball to push people back. I'm do that one. Do barred ball. Okay. Well, we can do barred ball. We're gonna need to add some video tracks though. Somebody's gonna have to suggest the absolute banger that we put on there for. Making folks dance and then be distracted or whatever. needs to be an electric guitar riff. The sick dance animations. You know, I have a suspicion, Catrello, that the dance animations are going to be remarkably similar to the Wizard's cast animation, the Mage's cast animation. Dumb flute solo. Look at this cleric. Tell me he isn't the most important looking person on the battlefield. But he's going to jam out to the guitar riff just like everybody else. Okay, so what we're going to do... Let's see. It's this one. Okay, so then fighter is this one. So the fighter. So now it's going to pass in between them. Okay. The knight gets the size that matters. Clerics do not jam, they jive. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Animated music notes. Okay, I can do that. I can rock with that. Don't Stop the Party by Pitbull. You guys are suggesting some wild stuff. Okay, hold on. If I go up one and up one, then I can put this here, put this in here. Okay, so then we're going to come in here, we're going to do the 3D keyer thing again. We're going to do that, we're going to despill it, go back to cut, I'm going to flip it the other direction. The drum intro when he says, y'all having a good time out there, get the people going. Well, you're getting way really specific. I swear to God, I can speak like a normal human. That's pretty badass looking. I really get a kick out of doing these stupid little animations. Alright. Okay, so... we need a guitar riff, we said. Yeah, that'll work. and then we just need all these fools to dance. Oh wait, no, not him. Not him. The fighter. Here we go. Nope, not him. Him, yep. This is so stupid. I stupidly didn't set the thing for him. Let's do that now. Alright, here we go. Alright, and then the archer. Alright, here we go. Y'all ready for the world premiere of this stupid augment? Well, before I forget, today Cat Sneevens streamed on YouTube and Twitch, and one thing we discovered in the chat was the topic that's on the Ashes Forum 2, which is female armor design. Spice it up, don't be afraid. TV Bree and I need all the support we can get. We need to make Intrepid add more pretty skins. When you say pretty skins, do you mean less clothing or more clothing? What are we arguing for here? All right, here we go. World premiere. There you go, guys. Of course, what I could do is slow down that ball a lot so that they're really having to dance. It's probably what it should look like. The Bard Ball was born. Bring back boob armor. Is that what you're trying to say, Saluna? Bring back boob armor? I mean, I know that we've been arguing about booby sliders for a long time. So yeah. All right. All right, the Bard Ball. TGF Tavern. I don't know if that's Bree or Vertec, but welcome in. Thanks for stopping in. Did you guys see the world premiere of the Bard Ball? This is the ball lightning for the mage. If you took a Bard secondary, and so your Augment turns the ball into a musical riff that makes everybody stop and dance instead of fight. So yeah, there's that. There is that. Okay, so I was bribed into watching the Ashes of Creation Alpha 2 Fighter Archetype video, which I still had not seen. So we're going to do that now.
Hello everyone, and welcome to yet another day in the world of Vera, and we have an exciting update for you today. We are going to be showing off one of the most beloved archetypes in fantasy MMORPGs, the Fighter archetype, and there has been a lot of work that's been done in progressing this. Obviously, the last time we showed anything remotely Fighter related, it was, I think, almost 2 years.
Levi, the car shop called a $1,000 repair for your brakes went out? that's a lot of money for brakes. I don't know. I guess rotors are expensive.
Years ago when we did our first basic weapon, melee weapon revamp from Alpha 1. And there were a couple abilities, obviously, that we showed off, but nothing like the showcase we have stored for you today. You are going to get some pretty in-depth understanding.
Roar's following me. I am Royer, who I've been friends with for 5 years, is following my Twitch channel. Appreciate it, man.
Of how this archetype has
Don't
been
ask,
designed,
he says.
and the progression that's going to be available as part of Alpha 2. And we have joining us to talk through that today two of our absolutely stellar and glorious senior designers on the combat team, Trad, Brian. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty.
Levi, I would give Roar a hard time about subbing, just for the fun. But to be fair, when I first started my YouTube member program, which I never actually like unveiled to the world. I just like went into the settings and like set it up so that I could do the YouTube member thing. And I happened to show it to Roar. He subbed to my YouTube member and was the only one for like 6 months or something. So I can't say anything to him. He literally got no benefits from doing that whatsoever.
Good here. Glad to be back on stream.
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you both. I know you guys have put in a lot of work and I think really representing pretty well what a lot of people who played fighters and other MMOs love about the class. I'm excited to chat with you about the direction you guys have taken. And obviously, helping to make that a reality, feature team owner on the combat side, as well as one of our senior engineers, Keenan. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
And now that you mention it, I think that original fighter stream was actually my first stream.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was. I think you're right. Yeah, there was a lot of work that went into kind of obviously changing the direction of melee
I only
and
downloaded
combat
the
in general at that
720p
time.
version, guys. So
And now we are seeing some of the fruitful persistence in that direction. So
Selena says, well, definitely more skin than what we have with pretty much all the skins we have, and no boob armor or skins like in Terra, where you have like 10% cloth and 90% skin. But we just want armor that doesn't look like male armor. We want our female characters to actually look female. I can agree with that. And yeah, they're not... I hope that they're really holding back and we haven't seen all the stuff that they have. And they've suggested that that's the case, so hopefully. But yeah, there aren't a whole lot of super female-looking armors, and I mostly agree with you. I should watch the video from Chaos and Lace on YouTube. It's called "Stop Making Women Look Like Dudes in Games." Yeah, yes. I think I watched part of that. Yes, absolutely.
one other thing I want to let you guys know is obviously we are here back again in the Riverlands. And we are actually in front of Oak and Bane Keep, which is an area you guys saw at the end of the last live stream from the missions live stream. And right when we ended that live stream, a story arc began in this area called Ancient Violence. And we're going to be going in there and taking a look around. But first, I think what we should do is something that we have successfully done.
So, Coast-Arc, I'm watching the fighter live stream because, embarrassingly, I never watched it. Like, y'all need to know something. I'm probably going to be either a tank fighter or a fighter tank. Like, that's probably what I'm going to play. So I should have been in front of my computer screen with snacks in one hand and a 3-inch erection in the other hand, watching this live stream, and somehow I could not muster up the care. Fortunately, like, all the hype, hit me again in the last like 3 weeks, and I got going again. But there was a short period there, about a month and a half to 2 months, where I was just like, wake me up when I can log in. Yes, I'm bragging, Levi.
In the past with these showcases is kind of show off each individual ability first, talk about what they do, and give you guys a sense of the archetype and the abilities available to us before we get in to combat with some freaky Goblin Town stuff. So, do I have a volunteer today that could help tank some blows potentially?
Yeah, I'll help him.
Nice, awesome. All right, very cool. So, which should we start with first? What do you guys think?
Start with Blitz.
Blitz? All right, let's see. Blitz is the first
Yeah,
one
let's
on the
let's
bar.
go. Let's go down the bar.
All right, let's do it.
Did they change the name of Rush to Blitz? Is that what
Actually,
this
you know
is?
what? I'm sorry. Why don't we
Charge directly
first start
started.
with momentum?
So it used to be called
That
Rush.
sounds like a good idea because
Sure.
momentum is obviously going to be referenced in Blitz. I was just looking at that, and as well as a number of other abilities. And momentum is essentially a class energy system. Is that right, Trev?
That is correct.
Talk to me about momentum.
Yeah, I'll go into a little more detail about that. So one thing that we feel adds a lot to just class identity in general is something that is beyond just an ability. In this case, it's a class, or in this case, an archetype resource called combat momentum. So in your top left of the screen here, you'll see that you've got your standard health bar and your mana bar, and then a third empty bar that you'll see kind of build up in combat as we play, that you build up through all the different actions that you're doing through the kit. And you can use this resource to get passive.
Generate combat momentum when hitting targets. Weapon combo finishes generate 3 combat momentum. Additional 1 per 10 the caster already has. Oh, that's where the momentum comes from. Okay, combat momentum grants unique stat bonuses and combat. Okay.
There's power to your character based on which form you were in, which we'll get into it in a little bit here. And you can also spend it for
forms.
certain unique,
Okay.
especially powerful bonuses.
So, and guys, just to remind everyone, obviously, everything you're going to see here is still a work in progress. We are working towards Alpha 2, especially as it relates to the UI, as it relates to the effects, and designs will change, balances will change. So keep that in mind. What we're looking for is kind of direction, right? Direction on this archetype. What do you think looks cool? What other fighter influences have you had in other MMOs that you think could be incorporated as well? That's all part of the discussion. Okay, so momentum is that class energy ability, and as you guys have seen, obviously other classes Trad is talking about has some similar kind of class energy mechanics. Momentum is definitely, it looks like it is as it sounds, right? I mean, this is something that just passively is generating increased stat bonuses, and those stat bonuses we'll get to in a little while how they can be applied based on some individual buffs. So now that we know what momentum is, and it's good to generate that, let us talk a little bit about Blitz. What is Blitz as an ability?
Yeah, Blitz is your gap closer, your bread and butter gap closer. You pick a target and you charge to the target. There's also a spec option that interacts with the resource if you choose it, that generates some combat momentum, so it lets you kind of open the encounter with a little bit of resource to start.
Okay, so I'm gonna charge the target directly, and I'm gonna deal damage on arrival, which is physical based, and this spec option says that
So what's the reason for changing the ability name Rush to Blitz? Does anybody know why? Like, I swear, every time I get used to an ability that they've made in the game or the name of ability, they change it. Like, why? Why? It's like the entire cleric skill kit. All the abilities from Alpha 1 are just gone. Castigation and a whole bunch of the ones that they had in there, they're all just gone. They just created a whole bunch of new ones. I don't understand why they do this. They drive me crazy.
generates 20 additional combat momentum. Now, presumably combat momentum does not overflow after it hits the maximum 100 points. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then I see under it there is an additional spec option that says killing an enemy with lethal blow will reset the cooldown of Blitz. So the more I kill, essentially, if I use lethal blow, I can just keep that momentum up, generating additional combat momentum, so I can use a little bit after, potentially landing on the target, and replenish that quickly after with executing lethal blow on the target as a kill, and then raging Blitz into the next.
Yeah, it turns you into more of a aggressive mobile character if you go with that. Like, you're killing enemies and then you need to pick a new target. He might be far away. You charge to him, kill him, rinse and repeat.
Cool. All right, let's take a look at this. Ooh, nice. Okay, that was cool. And presumably this also scales verticality as well.
Let's test it.
And guys, for the purposes obviously of this demonstration, I've set my cooldowns to 0 so that I can more repeatedly use... Oh, here we go. We got some... Kill those little mushrooms, huh? I don't want to spoil the
I'll nuke them
skills.
for you.
It's a kind of stormy day with this ancient violence in the background.
As long as we have tank for the tank, seriously. It's
Oh,
so
by the
stupid.
way, we are playing
It's one of the
for the
dumbest
first
things about
time
this game.
in I believe in game, the Renkai orcs. Got my trusty mohawk
13,
going on.
Levi.
It is
13.
probably the most appropriate race class combination.
I thought so.
All right, so I'm gonna try to jump. I'm gonna try to scale this thing on you. Let's see here. Oh man, now that is cool.
Very
That
cool
was
looking.
awesome.
Very cool looking.
Let me do that again.
Yeah,
Do it again.
yeah.
do
This
it
is
again.
kind of an answer you get to like that archer on the ledge that's just free shooting on you, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna get up there with you.
Oh, my bad there. Let me try this one more time. Oh, very nice. Okay, so by default, so now
13, Levi. I told
let me try
you.
this. Oh, did you just die?
I think that was a bad nuke
My bad.
from someone.
My bad.
No, that was for sure my bad.
Oh my.
That feels really good, by the way. That feels clean. Very clean. Oh, there's...
We might be at
Somebody
3.5
also died over
inches
here.
already. What the hell?
Just a little mushroom. Kid.
Oh, little mushroom. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay,
that's so
Blitz
good.
Blitz feels really good. Well done with that. I like that. It's
More
super
subs will
smooth
make it better. Look at
and
you
fluid.
now.
It feels. You know, there's not really any movement interruption either on contact or at the initiation, which is obviously one of the most, you know, ideal feeling.
So for those of you who don't know, I have a channel point thing that you guys can win or buy for 10,000 points called the Punishment Cam. And stupid Levi just bought it, and so now I have to do it. Let me find. The past, the present, and the future all walk into a bar. It was tense. Rumors of a food shortage at this year's Spoonerism conference turned out to be a complete lack of pies. You did this, Levi. This could have been like this doesn't have to be happening right now. Don't ever believe in Adam. They make up everything. Girl walks into a bar and asks the bartender for a double entendre, so he gives it to her. That it says on that channel point reward, don't pick it, Levi. You can't, like, does not follow instructions. I bet you got that checked on every one of your report cards.
Points of any mobility skill, right, is that fluidity throughout. Okay, let's talk about the next one. So we have Brutal Cleave.
Yep, this is probably your most bread and butter AoE attack. You can It does a medium amount of damage. It's not one of your more spectacular AoEs, but it's your primary AoE resource generator, so you're going to be using this a lot to build your momentum. And
What was that?
it does
shit
a
thing?
medium amount of damage. It's not one of your more spectacular AoEs, but it's your
That was
primary
badass
AoE
looking.
resource
That-
generator,
they
so
didn't
you're going
show
to be
that in
using
the
this a
tank
lot
video,
to
did
build
they?
your momentum. And you also weave this a lot between your weapon combos because your weapon attack finishers will reset seconds off of this cooldown. So if you're like going back and forth between cleaves and weapon attacks, you get to do more of them and have more uptime.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so this does.
Also, the more targets you hit, so that's why it's really good in AoE situations, is you get more.
Can we? I didn't like watch Jamie react to this, but can we talk about like Jamie had to be like his pants had to have been fitting tighter that day. Like I know he wants to play an orc fighter or an orc tank, and you got this big, massive, hulking, brutish orc with this badass, like bloody, jagged metal armor all over the place. Flying through the air. And I guarantee you, Jamie was
Ready to serve, my
so
lord.
excited about this. Nice gaming. Thanks for the follow, brother. Haven't seen you in a while.
Momentum based on how many targets
last
you're
Friday.
hitting.
Got it. So after jumping in with Blitz, especially if there's multiple targets, going with a Brutal Cleave is just going to really ramp that momentum. And then it looks like also that this ability, it says shares a cooldown with Overpower. And it says also the weapon combo finisher will reduce its cooldown by 8 seconds.
Yep. So you'll be resetting overpowers more frequently, because if we want to just jump over to that one, that's the single target counterpart to this attack. It's just a single target hit, but it is shorter cooldown, so you can reset them more frequently, and it's also generating your resource. So it kind of, you're choosing which one to use based on what your enemies are.
Okay, cool.
Very cool.
Tank fighter
That looks
gang,
great, by the way.
yeah.
Scott did
Yes.
Scott and Siva have done an amazing job.
I'm fairly certain I'm going to be either a
Yeah,
tank
I'm
fighter
really
or a
happy with how the
tank.
effects turned out. Like,
Oh.
making physical look this cool, like, you know, it was a feat.
Oh,
My
yeah.
bad. Okay. All right. Very cool. I like that. This Brutal Cleave is awesome. Let's talk about Maim. Hey, let's go over here a little bit. Right here. Talk to me a little bit about Maim.
Okay.
So this is a more powerful AoE attack in the kit. Do you have it spec'd right now for the
Yeah, let me take a look here.
range?
And by the way, Brutal Cleave, I apologize. There's no additional functionality, it looks like, on Brutal Cleave. But we did talk also about...
Man, those trees look so
Overpower's on the right column. It's an auto-granted ability, so it's not going to be in this tree. Like if you,
got it. There
yeah,
we
there
go.
you go.
Okay, so that
So
doesn't have
this-
any spec options either.
That's right.
But Maim does. And should I turn Maim off? Let me turn the spec option off first, because this actually extends the distance of the projectile by essentially launching that piercing projectile. Is that right?
Yeah, let's take a point out of that first, and then we'll just kind of look at the base effect.
Okay.
So this is just a cone in front of you. You're hitting in a cone in front of you. It's pretty heavy hitter. You're not resetting the cooldown of this, so you need to be more, aware of when you're using this. But it also has the added effect of it will do more damage against recently tripped enemies. So that's where you really want to save this, is if you've tripped someone, or if someone else has tripped an enemy, you capitalize on it by basically
that's
smashing down
sick.
on them with this.
That looks so good. Love it. That is awesome. Okay, so let's spec into the projectile.
Wait, the projectile?
Now this is going to give you obviously a lot more range.
Wait, what?
Oh! Oh.
This adds a piercing projectile on top of the attack, so you're still getting that frontal
Oh,
AoE
shit.
hitbox that's staying the same, but you're adding a projectile on top of it. And the cool thing here too is the projectile gets the bonus of the damage bonus from the trip, so you could actually combo into a target that you see trip from range
fuck, man?
with this as well. One reason this is a spec option is some fighters will want to be using this in a way that you don't want to pull a mob in the distance, so it's just kind of an added layer of skill if you're using this in a, like a really cluttered environment. But it's kind of a trade-off.
That feels really good. That is awesome. I'll give myself some mana.
Oh my god, that is so sick.
There we go. Okay, cool. I love Maim. That is an awesome ability. Let's talk about Battle Cry.
This is definitely one of my personal favorites. It doesn't do damage, but it's got some really cool effects going on with it. So, do you want me to start talking about it, or do you want to use it first? Okay, cool. So I love this as an AoE opener. What it does a few things. One, it riles your allies, specifically your party members. It will also apply a status effect called Shaken to your enemies. And then it will generate a certain amount of combat momentum per ally that you riled. And then just to elaborate, because people are like, what is Shaken? What is riled? Well, Shaken right now is a debuff on enemies that whenever they take damage, they have a small chance to become tripped. So there's some good combos with this where like you go into like a multi-hit AoE and you can capitalize on that. And then by triggering trip status, that flows into Maim really well. So that's one of the combos I like to do is shout into like a whirlwind, which you'll see in a bit, into Maim to do extra damage.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about. He just said that that's one of the combos he likes to do, which means they are playing this damn game behind the scenes a lot. Like if you've played enough to figure out what combos you like, you've got some experience playing this class. So they're in the background. They're playing. I mean, we knew this. We knew this obviously with the testing, the PI testing and all that stuff. We pretty much knew this, but that's a good indicator that they're really playing these classes behind the scenes for him to have an idea of what combos he likes.
It's targets that have procced that effect.
Yeah, these are feeling great. Wow, I do like the Battle Cry.
Great minds.
That is like probably the most standard feeling, like expected action on behalf of the fighter, some type of battle cry effect, and this one captures it well. I love that. That's cool. Okay, we saw Whirlwind back a while ago, and talk to me about what's changed about Whirlwind.
So Whirlwind is actually pretty close to what it's always been. It's an AoE channeled attack that ramps up in speed the longer you hold it. There's also a spec option on the right if you want to pick that gives a final upward swing at the end that has some additional bonuses to it.
Okay. So let's do it without the spec first. All right, cool.
That's
so it exits out after the essentially.
If there wasn't that ability out. I mean,
let's see.
what were they even doing?
I'm out of mana. There we go. Let's try it again.
Yeah, you're also able to move during it, as you're seeing here. So
Cool.
it's pretty nice to be able to just kind of like use this while you're moving through a pack of mobs.
Got it. So let me spec now into the option that I could invest additional points into this particular skill if I wanted to give myself a finishing blow, essentially.
Hey, Richie, what's going on, brother? Yes, I.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you get a big hit at the
I
end.
put a sub mount.
Also, you can stop this at any time, so you're seeing him do the channel. But if it's like, oh, I want to, cancel out of it early. For like, let's say one thing I'll do from time to time is if I shaken enemies, and then this ability is kind of good at tripping enemies because it's hitting really rapidly. You might see a trip and you can cancel out of it into a maim early if you want to show off that combo.
Okay, that's pretty sick. I see what's going
Into
on.
a maim, yep, let's do it.
That like final upward slash at the end.
There you go.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Oh,
That feels good.
That's
Let's see.
awesome. So you can just go into another ability.
Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. All right, cool. Whirlwind feels good too.
I don't know which one of you
All right.
all it was that
Cataclysm
suggested
is
that I
another one that
skip
we
this
saw
live stream,
a
but
while
either
ago.
one, this
What's
is
changed
awesome.
with Cataclysm?
Yeah, a lot has changed with this one. It used to be like this big like hammer that would appear over your head, and then it hit like an AoE kind of far away from you. Overall, it ended up feeling a little awkward to use. We wanted to turn this more into like your big frontal AoE damage. So this is like the other end of the spectrum, like stronger than MAME. It's just a big ultimate like AoE attack essentially. It's pretty straightforward.
All right, no additional spec options here. And by the way, for those of you out here, that are wondering about kind of how augments, even though we haven't seen a lot of augment
He's about to talk about augments. This is going to be very important. Y'all be real quiet. I want to hear everything this man says about augments.
work being done, a lot of this tech is foundational in applying these types of spec options, which augments essentially are as well, but they can more radically change fundamentally what the ability is. So
Ready
that
to
whirlwind,
serve,
Neolix. Well, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Still can't hear me? Wait, what? How about now? Is that better? Turn up the gain. Okay. I don't know how that happened. My bad, y'all.
adding an additional component to the ability, which is that climactic whirlwind, essentially, could be considered functionally as an augment, an additional effect applied to the ability. Okay, let us showcase that new Cataclysm.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that feels much better.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
This is also another way to apply Shaken to enemies as well. It and Battlecry are kind of on separate, longer cooldowns, so you might find yourself sort of going back and forth between these interchangeably.
And you
Just to
can
keep that status
change
quo.
the direction here mid wind up.
That is
Yep.
ridiculous. So is that the the really stupid ability from the melee combat preview where you like spawned a fake hammer over your head and slammed it down? Is that like the new version of that? I hope so, because that was really stupid. Oh my god, yes, that's so much better. It just makes me have so much faith in Intrepid. They're going in the right direction. They keep making the right decisions over and over and over again. Oh my god, yes. And these are just the in-class augments. I know.
Nice. I like that. Obviously, the granularity in that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it
is
gives you a
so
little more
good.
agency. Like you're not just locked in place because it is a full rooted ability. You cannot move during this, but being able to turn gives you a little bit more, control over what happens as things might change mid cast.
Okay. Yeah, I totally agree. I love the freedom feeling there. And that's obviously something that, is a philosophy and a standard that's taken across.
I'm sitting here just daydreaming about playing and how you would play with the class with this style, and I've stopped listening to Steven. I might as well not even be here streaming. I'm sitting here thinking about fucking playing Ashes of Creation as a fighter.
A lot of the classes, as it comes to rooted ability use and whatnot, that freedom of agency, that movement is core to kind of the melee experience and general skill usage. All right, next up we have Rupture.
Yep, so this is an interesting one. It's a single target attack, and it puts a temporary debuff on your target where if they are moving, while that effect is on them, they will build up wounded stacks. We can talk about this as effect in a moment here, but
Can we
at the
talk
end
about
of
the
it,
fact that he should have literally 0 blood pressure remaining after rupturing
That was a seriously violent animation with all that blood and stuff. Damn.
that much blood? Oh
Sure.
my god.
we can build in that mechanic.
Good God.
But also you'll notice at the end of it, he takes a big hit of damage.
Can we just talk about the fact that if you have that much blood coming out of you and with that much force, you're a dead person? Oh, God.
And the idea is that damage will scale with how much wound they have on them. So this will have kind of some inter-synergy going on with itself. but also there will be other sources of wound that you could kind of synergize this with this for further for that big delayed hit at the end.
Wow. Okay. So the wounds are essentially these stacking debuffs that get applied, and that's gonna, you said, decrease their healing received,
Correct.
and also increases damage taken from all sources.
From physical sources.
From physical sources. Got it. Very cool.
Yep. And the more you build that up, because this is actually a stacking thing, it's not just like a single status effect. So the more you're wounding the target, the more and more debuffed their healing, incoming healing becomes. So it's one of those things where if a fighter is like on your target that you're trying to keep alive, you want to peel a fighter off that target, because the longer they get that uptime, the harder it's going to become to heal them up.
That's cool.
Good
That's
God.
awesome. Okay. Love Rupture. Also love an insane amount of blood that's happening. Overpower. Talk to me.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Mabari. The Guardian or the Juggernaut class in SWTOR has a lot of very similar looking abilities. Quite a few of them. So yeah, very similar.
About Overpower. What do we got here?
We talked about this one. This was the
Oh, that's right.
the resource generator.
That's right. That's right. And that one doesn't have any additional spec options. The Rupture also.
Okay.
Looks
That
like
makes sense
did that
for you.
one have spec options?
It does not, but if you go in, so you will see kind of to the right of Rupture, there are some things that it unlocks. Like below it, Maim actually. If you go to Maim and then to the right, there are some things over here that you get to unlock as well, which kind of synergize with Rupture. For example, Brutality allows you to start applying wound stacks through your weapon combos. So if you really want to lean into that
Nice.
utility,
Yeah.
like I'm a heal debuffing spec fighter, right? Like
Yeah.
that's my thing that I do. You could go into this, and now your weapon attacks, in addition to generating momentum, are also applying wounds to the target.
Love it.
And then this one adds more wound specialization.
I'm already liking the variations on the classes or the skills, so you can make very different builds even with just this little tiny bit. What's this, like to level 15 or maybe 25? So you got another 25 levels plus your secondary augment choices plus new abilities. I'm really liking the direction they're going there. I feel like, yeah, we're all a little disappointed that the game hadn't released yet. You know, I saw Vladis was streaming earlier, and he was watching a video from like 2019 or 2018, like a long time ago, with Steven saying we'll be playing soon. Quote, soon, very soon. He said very soon, and it ain't very soon. We're years later. But if they've taken this time to go back and looked at the combat from Alpha 1, and especially the combat from APOC, and really took all the advice to heart and came up with what appears to be just much better combat than what we had in Alpha 1. Just leaps and bounds better than that. That's going to be so much better for the game in the long run. Having incredible combat. Like, I know people who are like, because this is tab, I don't want to play it. But I'm watching this and I'm going, yeah, it's tab combat. And especially if you play a ranged class, it's going to come off very much like tab combat. But this very much looks and feels like action combat, the way this is all going. Yeah, I'm very happy with where they're going with all this.
If you go down.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this gives Overpower and Brutal Cleave wound application.
Yeah, it's basically what it's kind of doing is it's tying your wounds to the way that you're normally building momentum if you want to kind of dual spec into both.
That's cool. Wow. That's strong. Okay, let's talk about this apparent crippling blow.
Yeah, sure. So crippling blow, this one's pretty simple.
Fupo said he did the siege. He did all action. I played tab and Berger played hybrid. Both of us are clerics. Yeah. And by action, I mean like the maim skill you have to aim. The rupture skill looked like you had to aim. The I forget what they called it, but the big smack ability, a cataclysm or something like that, that you have to hit what you're trying to go after. You can spin while it's in the air. Like, those are action abilities. There is no tab variation of those. You've got to hit what you're aiming at, or you've got to aim at what you plan to hit. So, I mean, yeah, that's very actiony. Even though I'm sure there's certain abilities that are tab, and when you're spamming your basic attacks or whatever, as long as you're in range, I'm sure they just automatically hit. But still, this is looking awesome.
This is a standard single target snare. So a pretty common combo you'd use is like blitz into a crippling blow if you're like getting on top of a target that's trying to kite you. Like if you're charging up on a ranger who's like, the last thing they want is you in their face, like snaring them is going to force them to maybe use a gap opener because they're not able to outrun you.
If you're like running backwards instead of turning around, what are you doing, Steven? What even are you doing?
Crippling blow is pretty strong, actually, especially when it comes to PvP. I mean, that's a pretty significant reduction in movement speed.
Yeah, it is single target, so you do have to choose wisely who you are snaring. But it's pretty nice to be able to just lock a target down. Not like.
I play like a new player would. Yeah, I know. Hero would be mad. He would be. You're right about that. Oh, can we talk again about how awesome Maim is? Like, a lot of these abilities are really cool, and Cataclysm looks great, and Maim looks awesome. Like, I just want to play a fighter, and they can take all the other abilities off my bar and just give me Maim with no cooldown, and I'll just spam it for the next 15 years. We don't need anything else.
Hard CC, but just make it easier to stick on top of them.
Oh, I haven't seen the best yet. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, Roar.
All right, crippling blow, and then we have lethal blow.
This is another one of my favorites. This is the execute of the kit. It's single target as well, but the lower health they are, the harder it's going to hit. So this is really like you're trying to do as much damage with your other abilities as possible, and then when you get them like within that kill threshold, you're just gonna hit them with this, hope for a crit maybe, and finish them off. Use it. There you go.
Oh my god.
Deleted.
This does have a couple spec options as well. One
You
you
have
kind of
been
went over.
removed
If you kill them with that,
from the world.
and you have the spec that resets blitz, you could immediately blitz again, even if it was off cooldown when you got the kill.
If you get a kill with it, you can.
But if you want to
use it
open your
again.
skill tree here, we can look at the other one.
Let's talk about it. And the crippling blow did not have any spec options, but lethal blow does.
Yeah, so a lot of the time, I've played games where executes hit really hard, but you waste a lot of the damage, and it's like, oh, I saw a cool big number, but it didn't really do anything. It's kind of wasted. This spec option lets you make use out of that, so it turns any overkill damage into like health and mana return to you, the caster.
That's awesome. And you know what I love about that? It's at least as it relates to PvP, is that you do not have granularity insight to the opponent's hit points, so you're really rolling the dice if you want to maximize efficacy on this consuming lethal blow.
Yeah, that's how I've been using it a
Steven
lot.
Coffin makes me wanna
Like
drink
sometimes
water.
I pull it off, other times I don't.
Love it. That's super cool. I like that interaction there. Okay, let's go up here. We got Blood Fusion.
Yeah, so kind of like that lethal blow spec we were using. This is
I need to go off for today. It's already pretty late here. I hope I can join for the next stream, depending on when that will be. I plan on streaming about this time most days of the week now. It's time to get back to all the streaming. So there'll be plenty of streams for you to catch, Luna, and I can't wait to hang out with you on the next one. Have a good night.
another way for the fighter to get health and mana back to itself. That's kind of one way that the fighter sustains itself, because it's in the thick of things, right? It's a primary target. You've got to be in danger to be doing a lot of what your kit does, and this is like one way the fighter can stay in the fight. And if you pop this, it's a big cooldown. But for the next 6 seconds, any damage you do will have a % returned as health and mana to you.
Okay. So let me... Somebody nuke me for like 500.
You go ahead, Tread.
Okay, I don't want to do it all at once.
Multiple 500s. Like 3 500s.
There you
All
go.
right, and then
Now
I'm going to...
I can't stop thinking about how Roar said I haven't seen the best yet. Now I'm like, what's the best? What's coming? What am I waiting for?
deal some damage here to see how much I get back.
Later, Mabari.
Yep, so that last hit missed the window, but you got a good chunk from your other attacks. The value of this is super variable based on when you use it. So if you pop it in the right moment, you've got a lot of targets around you. You're like popping your AoEs. Like this is going to get a ton more value.
That's cool. I like that. So this is an instant cast that can happen in the middle of any ability activation.
Right.
Interesting.
Nice.
You could like start your Cataclysm and then pop that right before it lands.
That's cool. That is super cool.
Oh, it's getting complicated already, folks.
Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, very nice. And I like the effect. Effect looks great.
It's got more of that blood theme.
Oh, look at that
Yes.
armor. Such cool armor.
I also love the audio for it. It's like you're consuming it a bit.
Yeah, Roar, I totally agree.
Grab whatever this is. Oh, a bunch of stuff. I think that was on your corpse. I'm sorry, Brian. Do that right in front of you. It's disrespectful.
He's just casually looted his corpse right in front of him. God dang, that's gangsta. Damn.
Okay, cool. Let's skip Exert for now. Let's go to Lunging Assault.
Yeah, so this is like going to be one of your first spenders of your resource. This spender is more for mobility. It's a smaller spender, but whenever you use this, you will dash forward a short distance and do an attack at the end. And it's pretty freely usable. It doesn't have a very long cooldown. It's just spending your resource. So the more resource you're generating, the more you're able to kind of reposition and dash around the battlefield and get some extra damage out there.
I see. Now, obviously, utilizing the resource with Lunging Assault, because you're dealing instances of damage to enemies that you impact, you have an opportunity, if executed well, situationally, that you can you can actually probably have a net gain with this if there's a huge amount of enemies, like a train or something, right?
Yeah, it would probably take a lot of enemies to actually get a profit, but you can at least mitigate the cost through that spec choice of if you're hitting enemies,
Okay.
you can get resource back, and therefore you're getting to do this more, and you're also not losing the value of your resource that you're getting passively through your forms, which
Right.
again we'll get to soon.
Cool. Okay, let's try this. There we go. And now I don't need a target for this. I can just kind of...
Nope, freely. It's a
Regenerate.
reposition.
So I see the momentum in the upper left hand there. Oh,
That's cool.
is that it?
Oh, okay.
Do it
So
again?
it's kind of a... not too far a distance there.
Yeah, it's meant to like be more of a repositioner where you're dancing around your target. You might be zipping back and forth between different enemies in melee.
Right.
Whereas you have other tools for going longer distances. You have blitz. You have the next one that's about to come up from here. So those are going to be more of your long distance mobility skills.
All right, let me try this more long distance mobility skill here. Talk to me about Leap Strike.
Yeah, so this is the most free
Look at that
mobile
distance.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we have a
it's very
templated
far,
ability
and
here.
it doesn't require a target, unlike Blitz. And you're also going to basically deal damage and AoE around it. So it's just a more powerful but less frequently usable gap closer / opener if you even decide to use it as an opener.
Oh
yeah.
my god!
Yeah.
I am the Juggernaut! Oh, that was so cool. I love that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a fun one to use. It's
Holy smokes.
definitely more AoE focused.
And again, guys, I am using 0 cooldowns right now just so I can demonstrate the abilities. Well, I know you're all thinking, like, what? This character's just going to fly around the battlefield. That's not what's happening.
Oh,
rocket.
my God, that's good.
You can actually use this too to go up on ledges. Like if you were to try and get up on one of these ledges we were trying earlier,
Yeah.
you don't even need a target to use it.
Let me just check. Are there any spec options here?
Not currently, but there will be.
All right, let me try to jump up on here. Oh,
Nope,
I was
fail.
too short. I was
F's in
too
chat
short.
for
All right,
fail.
Let me try again. Let me try again.
Actually, usually I've had more success when I'm
Zillion
covering
chasm,
gaps
seriously.
rather than actually like trying to go up different verticalities. But sometimes, yeah, it works.
Oh, we did it. We did it, boys. It happened. Very cool. All right, let's talk a little bit about. You know, I thought I fixed time of day, but it feels like it's getting darker. I don't know. Let's talk a little bit about. Next up, these different forms that I'm seeing here.
They mentioned forms earlier. I was
Yeah,
immediately
so-
curious.
These are probably the biggest contributors to your combat momentum resource. You can spend momentum, but it's a resource that's primarily meant to be built up and maintained because of the bonuses that these forms provide. So if we want to just look at one of the first ones here, we can go into a little more detail on how those work.
I'm actually going to make it a little bit. Whoops. My bad. I wanted to change the time of day slightly. Some better light over here.
I was wondering why they switched the camera view to somebody else, and it's because Steven was putting in admin codes right here, console commands or whatever. They didn't want us to see them.
There we go. Apologies. Okay. Which one am I switching to?
Anyone you want. We'll
Let's
get through all of them.
go to, you know, I am playing a Rent Kai, so ferocity sounds good. Ooh.
All right. So now you'll notice in the top left here, he is in this form. So as long as you don't change forms, you will permanently remain in the form of ferocity. We actually renamed this recently, so you'll see Tempest there, but that went through a rename. So while in this form, your momentum will increase your attack speed.
Good night,
the
Dante.
higher your momentum is. So
See you
for
tomorrow,
every point
homie.
of momentum that you've got, your attack speed's going up. So you're basically ramping up that attack speed as you generate.
So where I see right now, I'm at 86.9.
Yep.
Let's generate some momentum.
Your weapon combos are pretty good for generating momentum as well, especially your finishers. There you go.
Okay, 86.9 has gone to 99.2.
Yep.
Up, and it's dropping. Very nice.
Yep. You got to stay in combat to keep the resource going.
I'm a big fan of attack speed increased stuff, so this is a very, very cool concept of the more you're attacking, the faster you're attacking. That's awesome.
And that's really what the fighter's all about, is like ramping up, being in that combat momentum, hence the name. And when the fight's...
Wow, it feels like
it's-
that the attack speed is even increasing each individual ability speed as well.
Yep.
That's huge. That is super cool.
So if you were to change forms, you would lose the attack speed bonus, but immediately gain.
Levi, that would depend entirely on the class that I'm playing and what buffs it has. Like, if I have some big attack that has a guaranteed crit, for example, then I would want every hit previous to that to increase my crit damage. Or if I have, if the class has some effect that gets applied on a percentage based basis, where the more hits you do, the more chance it has to apply that hit, I would want attack speed so that you're attacking more often. So it depends entirely on the class.
The bonus of the corresponding form. So if you want to shift V into maybe a form of celerity here.
All right, and that is on shift V.
There you go. Now run around. You might have to blitz him again. You probably need to get some mana and then build it up a little more. But
Oh, my bad. We get mana.
but this one increases your movement speed, so this lets you just move around the battlefield a lot more nimbly. So if you need to, like, close the gap a little bit and your gap closers are on cooldown or whatever, this is a good way of traversing the field a bit faster.
Yeah. Wow. This is pretty quick. That's a significant speed boost.
And that's pretty interesting.
And then the third one is more of a defensive option, a bit more situational, but it is a disable resistance form. This is form of fluidity, and while you're in it, you are much more difficult to be CC'd. So you'd be more resistant to stuns, to roots, trips, pretty much anything that falls into the CC category.
Try to sleep me or something?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. There's a chance that I'll still hit you, but let's see. I can't actually. I'm in your party.
Oh, okay. No, it's okay. That's fine. All right. So this is basically when you want to literally be unstoppable through CC effects. Like, this is going to be a 40% reduction on that. That's pretty powerful.
That's
Yep, and again,
That's
all the
nasty.
numbers are kind
That
of
is.
in tune, or being tuned.
Josh Wyatt over on YouTube said, "I'm so happy you're back." Hey, Josh, how you doing, man? I'm happy to be back. I'm ready to get going with Ashes of Creation. It's been a while, 2 years basically of just nothing but waiting and putting out YouTube content just because I don't want the world to forget about me. But I'm ready. I'm ready to be back.
We just, when we're testing these out, we want them to feel impactful, just to validate that they are, cool things, and then we start to balance to tone that back down.
Very cool. All right. Last but most certainly not least is an ability called God Mode. I mean, excuse me. What's it called? I'm sorry. Exert?
This is exert. Yes, it's
wanna-
my earlier.
I know your segue. Actually, it's a great segue.
Yep.
So speaking of balance and what will be happening, obviously, with Alpha 2 and even before Alpha 2, we'll be balancing some of the stuff. So just keep that in mind. However, segue here into God Mode, aka Exert. We have what?
So if we go over here to in the skill tree to the left, Exert, this is a very high cost, very high payoff, like essentially like super mode that you can go into, and you're rapidly spending your momentum while you're in this form. It's all or nothing. You can't turn it off.
Josh Wyatt just donated $5 and says, "Can I buy my way into your guild, bro?" Ain't nobody got to buy their way into my guild. Just jump on the Discord and apply, bro. That's all it's got to take. We still got open spots. Come on.
Once you pop this, you will stay in this mode until your momentum is fully drained, and then you're going to have to build it all the way back up again. Meanwhile, you're getting increased attack speed, you're getting CC immunity, and whatever else it says in here.
We've got 20% increased attack and movement speed, and immunity to disabling effects while active.
So if you can kind of draw the connection, this is like you're taking the three forms, which are CC resistance, movement speed, and attack speed, and getting just all three of them in a huge burst for a small window of time.
Very small window. Yes.
Yep.
And that small window is potentially, as it states here, at least it would be about 5 seconds if you're fully charged up on momentum, because it's essentially ticking at 20%
That's disgusting.
per second. Is that right?
That is disgusting.
And again, all the
go ahead.
numbers are super tunable.
Absolutely.
We
Yes,
will be
yes.
tuning these numbers, but we're
Do you like the tank as more of a damage sink or battle/battlefield control as you see the gameplay? I mean, obviously, we're not actually playing the game, so it's just based on just looking. I will say the battlefield control, especially with the tank wall and the zone denial and all the little I'm gonna say tricky shit that I've thought of to do with that tank wall. I see it. I see that being more beneficial than just being big hulking juggernaut that can take a lot of hits.
Just kind of putting them in a place where we can playtest them, and as we get more effective with these, it's like, okay, now we're seeing the ceiling of how powerful these things are. We're going to bring it back a little bit.
Let's talk about its spec options.
Yep. So we've got one that resets your cooldowns based on how much momentum you had at activation. So if you use this at 50 momentum, you would take about half of your cooldowns off. But if you use it at full momentum, you would reset all your cooldowns, so you could just go straight into your rotation upon popping this. And then this one is
Interesting.
lets it act as a CC break as well.
So this, oh, okay, I like this. This is a nice combo. So you get increased combat momentum with movement, attack speed, and the immunity to disabling effects. And it becomes a CC break on activation if you're under the effects of CC. And depending on the amount, percentage-wise, of momentum you have available at time of activation, potentially will reset your ability cooldowns.
That's a disgusting ability. You get increased movement speed, increased attack speed, immunity from CC, reset all your cooldowns, and it also acts as a CC break if you happen to be CC'd while you pop it. And that lasts for 5 seconds. And I mean, it doesn't look like building up momentum takes that long. Like, you could be popping that every 20 seconds, like 5 of every 20 seconds, maybe 5 of every 30 seconds. You're immune to CC and running around the battlefield hitting people harder and faster. Oh, that's disgusting.
As well. This is obviously, guys, I know a lot of you out there right now are just probably going insane in chat. I'm assuming that. This is where we balance. Everything's going to be balanced, right? This is just the initial find the fun, and we're going to work around balance here. But this is a cool ability. This is literally like super, I am a fighter, hear me roar, glory.
Have you used it?
No, I haven't.
You hear that roar? You just got a shout out on the stream. Good job, man.
Gotta show it.
Yeah, let's do this. So I guess in order to properly do this, I should actually set my cooldowns back.
Do you have it fully spec'd?
I do. I have it fully spec'd.
Keenan, do you have condemn on your bar?
And grab it real quick.
Okay, yeah, that's a stun. We'll have Keenan condemn you, and then you'll just like break out of it after your full momentum.
Yeah, let me start generating.
I mean, think about it. He was talking. He wanted to get Roar's attention. He was like, "Hear me, Roar." I mean, you can't get more of a shout out than that from Steven.
Writing that. Love that shield effect. Oh, and I gotta get off this form of fluidity. Let's go to.
Do ferocity.
Yeah, let's do ferocity.
You could probably blitz him for a head start on momentum into an overpower.
Keep an eye on your mana.
Let's see how long it takes him to build up momentum here.
I mean, when you're ready to be stunned.
I mean, he's just spamming
Okay.
light
almost
attacks.
up
He's
there.
not even basic attacks. He's not even using his abilities.
But before you stun me, let me,
30 seconds
start
probably.
doing some abilities.
I am feeling that wound.
Wait, just don't kill him.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Alright,
there's a
now you
we
can
can
stun me.
Alright, stun him up.
It's so good.
Alright, use it. Oh, you don't have... Did you not spec it?
Oh, I thought I did. I thought I did spec it. Let's try it again.
Well, let's check the tree. If
Yeah, let me double check.
there might be an issue there.
Did I spec it? I do have it spec'd.
That's weird. That used to work.
Let's double check. Hold on. Let's try it one more time, and I'll click on it this time.
You go to show off your ability and it doesn't
In case there
work.
was some finger shenanigans happening. All right, I'm ready.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, I had an expression failure. Sad.
All right, well, let's use it without that. That used to work.
My bad. Guys, welcome to Bugs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
It's okay. Okay.
Now it's balanced.
Let's show. Yeah, now it's balanced. See, the game wouldn't even allow that level of imbalance. I'm just kidding. Okay, let me generate this up again. Get some.
So Whirlwind doesn't build much momentum. Only the final attack of Basic Strike really does. Cataclysm doesn't. One of those abilities did.
Okay, I'm gonna give myself some mana, and now let's use Shift 2. Oh, that's cool. I
There you
love
go.
that effect. That effect looks great.
Well,
Let me show the effect one more
Looks
time
awesome.
while I'm not kind of moving around and doing stuff. Okay. And let me set
oh
the
yeah,
frames
oh yeah,
real
Levi,
quick.
we're a ways away
And
from
is there? Can I give myself max? Momentum?
really knowing anything.
There's a debug ability for it, but I would just say blitz into overpower, and then weapon combo is the fastest way to do it. That's main. Hit your A button.
There we go. All right.
The Whirlwind with the last hit actually builds a fair amount of momentum.
Okay, hold still.
I just keep this going all the time.
Yeah.
I got no cooldowns.
Yeah. Now we're cheating.
That is so good. Oh, it's so good. Very cool. All right, well, that is a very, let me just say, I'm sorry, let me speak on behalf of what I assume is our audience saying, holy shit. That is a cool class. I mean, the archetype feels great. The movement, the fluidity is there. It feels really good just to play with these skills. Well done, guys. Well done. For Alpha 2, this is feeling nice as a fighter and as melee. Obviously, that mobility is going to be king when it comes to traversing the battlefield and being that juggernaut
Oh my
class
God.
fantasy feeling. I think is really captured well here. What do you guys say we take a look at Oak and Bane and kind of work through that area and show people off a little bit of the world of Vera?
Yep, let's put the kit to the test.
Yeah,
Did you
let's-
want to talk about the weapon first?
Oh
or-
my God, you're
kick
right.
off.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, you guys obviously see here we have got a pretty beefy looking sword that I have equipped, and Brian and the combat team have been working a lot on skill progression trees for weapons. You saw a hint of that in its very bare bones form with the Ranger update,
Yeah.
but there's been a lot of work towards that weapon tree. Let's talk a little bit about it.
Yeah. So we've been revamping the weapon tree entirely. So the first point of progression here is we wanted to give people a choice in how long their weapon combo actually is. So you've got the base weapon combo that you start with on the greatsword, which is 3 attacks, and you can extend that out into 4 attacks if you want. In addition to that, both the 3rd hit and the 4th hit can have proc finisher attacks, and those proc finisher attacks can trigger additional effects on you, such as an additional heal effect, a boost of momentary attack speed.
And I'm looking
Hey.
here,
Yep.
Brian, so when I go over to the left-hand side and it has me to kind of an option, right? I'm
Huh.
unlocking this node and selecting down one of these 4 choices. And for those of you who are watching and perhaps don't recall the use case here of these weapon skill trees, these are separate progression trees that you unlock and advance within as you are using and adventuring with a particular
Even
weapon
the
type,
options
right,
have
Brian?
options.
Correct. And yeah, they'll advance faster than your archetype tree, so you'll be able to level up a couple weapons as you're going along.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's a lot of fun to do, actually.
Yeah, and
being
And that
stuck
section that
with
you're looking at now is probably the most work in progress part. I still need to revamp this passive section. It's pretty weak overall, but yeah, this version 0, you could choose between different modifications that would best fit your class. You could choose between a little bit of deflection bonus, which is avoidance, some I think crit damage, accuracy.
So each node you're kind of choosing a different. Oh, I see. Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, right now they're all the same. I'm gonna mix up that a little bit and make it more interesting.
I've been wondering about the weapon trees for a long time. Like he said, they kind of gave us a really rudimentary look at the weapon trees for the Ranger, but this is definitely very different from that, and it's very different from what it was in Alpha 1. It's clear they've come a long ways for what they've been intending weapon trees to be. Even the way he was describing weapon trees in the pre-Alpha 1 time is very different than what we're looking at right here. So this is actually really cool to see.
Interesting with some different capstone passives and such. But yeah, this side's way more interesting, way more fleshed out. So what you just clicked on there is the first proc that you'll get access to. And you have a choice between 3 of these things. The first is Swordmaster's Swiftness. This is a temporary boost of attack speed. So if you get this proc, and then you can instantly use another ability or continue in your combo if you want, and it'll trigger that next ability all the quicker.
And to talk a little bit about, obviously reiterating again, kind of, these proc effects, these essentially are the incentive loops for why weapon combo attacks, which are basic weapon attacks, are the fillers between rotational effects, because you are getting, as you unlock progression within these trees, you are getting substantial benefit from procs that occur by using the basic weapon combo.
Yep.
Right. I should speak on that a little bit more in like a general concept. So we want to encourage weaving between abilities and weapon combo attacks, and we're going to do that in a few different ways that you'll be seeing in this stream. The first way is archetype weapon combo interactions. You've already seen some of that where the finishers give you a burst of momentum, and Overpower and Brutal Cleave get reduced or reset cooldowns on combo end as well. The second type of interaction is weapon combo to ability proc synergies, such as direct damage on the next ability hit after a combo finisher, or a status effect setup for ability use. And the third version is ability to weapon combo proc synergy. So this is deeper in the tree. Your abilities will have a chance to set up your next weapon finisher with additional.
Oh my god, y'all think about this. This is even if they didn't have secondary classes
Ready to
and
serve,
therefore
my lord.
augments. Mad Mike, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Even if they didn't have secondary augment or secondary archetypes and therefore augments, if all they had was the tree that we see, the class tree now and the weapon tree that they're showing right here, that you could create many different types of fighters or rangers or clerics or whatever, just with what we see now. Like, the build diversity is going to be insane in this game. It's going to be crazy. This stuff's just blowing me away,
Effects.
man.
Very cool. That is awesome. So let's see, which one should I go for here?
I'd go with the swiftness for the fighter.
All right, let's do it. Effect
And the,
duration, huh?
Yeah, that's actually really strong because it's a very short burst of attack speed, so the duration's really good there, and also the proc chance. I'd probably max out the proc chance one in the middle, and then get the duration. That's probably strongest for the swiftness.
All right. And now I've already gone and unlocked this path.
I like
here
how the developers already know
of
what's the strongest.
extended finishers.
they're already
Yeah, you could
metagaming
probably
over
take
there.
some points out of the extra damage nodes, and then put them
I've never heard
into.
you say that before. This is
Well,
blasphemous.
it's only because you're getting even more damage through the procs potentially.
Okay.
It's all more math and less math, right?
That's true.
Mhm.
That is true.
And another thing
Very
here is it all
reductionist point of
depends
view,
on your
yes.
build. all depends on your build, and you'll see that more in this next choice here, which is a lot more interesting. So that first one was like a kind of introduction to the proc system. It's kind of a more just additive extra thing. This is kind of not forcing the weaving, but encouraging the weaving a little bit harder. So first we got second strike. So your next ability use after a weapon combo finisher has an additional damage proc that occurs. And then a good choice for DPS is the one right below that, which is perfect timing. So the next ability you cast will have reduced cooldown. So it's kind of like, do you care about that reduced cooldown for your rotation, or do you not? And you just take the additional damage. And the third option there, unfortunately it's not working yet. This is expanding upon that status effect interaction stuff. That's what we're working on imminently, getting that built into the weapons. But whenever this is working, it'll apply burning to your target and have additional interactions for the mage.
That's cool. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And now you guys are starting to see, obviously, a lot of these progression trees getting implemented now. And this is not just obviously for the greatsword, but you have done this in parity with the other existing weapon classes for part of A2's entrance criteria, correct?
Yeah, that's one of the really cool things about our game is the amount of weapon choice that's going to be present. All the weapons will be hopefully viable for almost every archetype, because you can specialize it in a certain way that will benefit you and what your archetype role is. There obviously be certain things that are better for other things, like a two-hander is going to do a lot of damage, for instance, but you might want to shield if you're taking a lot of the damage, but still, if you want to break that mold a little bit, you'll have options available.
Just to expand on that a little bit too, it's like not even just archetype and weapon synergy, but also it's like you're building based on your expected or intended comp that you're always going to be, or often going to be running. It's like, let's say your friend rolls a mage, and it's like, I want to build with my friend, so I know they are a fire mage, and that's where your burning blade example comes in. Like, there's going to be more stuff like that, so that you're just kind of playing off each other.
That segues really good into the next proc that we have here. So this is your abilities setting up your next weapon combo. So we've got three options here. The first is Keen Edge. So whenever this procs, your next weapon combo will have a 100% chance to crit. The next option, which if you have a bard in your party, you might not want this one, but it causes your next ability finisher to restore some mana to yourself. And then the third one is, we're not sure about where this is going to end up. It might get moved over to the tank tree or the mace tree, but it procs a bit of temp health on the next weapon finisher. It's a pretty sweet tank option.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So they replenish mana. So Roar, in the Voice of Vera podcast the other night when I was on with Nice and them, somebody was talking about how bards were going to make you replenish mana, and I was kind of like, where is that written? I've never heard them say that specifically. It makes sense. That's how bards work in other games, but I never heard them say it. But there you go, right there. That was very much confirmation that the bards are going to be, which also is confirmation that you are going to want a bard on every group. Every single group you have, you're going to want a bard. If you don't have one, it's going to be sad times.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Keen Edge though.
Yeah, that's a solid choice.
All attack speed crit.
Yup.
Yeah, I feel like I want to
DPS beast mode.
Okay, I expect this out now. Very cool. That's awesome.
Right, awesome.
This is a. I think people, just the complexities that you guys are again talking about. Like obviously,
Q Stakino over on YouTube. YouTube says you're right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gonna need those bards. Like I remember in Dark Age of Camelot, there was bard. Each of the three realms had a bard class. It was actually called bard on one of them. One was minstrel and one was skald. But they had secondary classes, all of them, that had a lesser version of mana regen. But the thing about that game is that only certain classes used mana. So if you had a class that was group composition that was more like physical attacks, tanks and fighters and stuff, then you wouldn't really need a bard. But in this game, everybody uses mana, so you're going to want a bard in every group. Bard may as well be red and white concentric circles on their chest in battle. Ain't that the truth?
We've been talking about weapon skill trees and archetype design, since we first were talking about Ashes back in 2017, and now we're seeing in fruition to, part of the systems that we are going to be debuting as part of Alpha 2. You guys are going to be able to get your hands on this and kind of give us that active feedback. How does this level of depth and complexity grant you, the player, more granular control and choice over how your role that you're playing fits into the greater comp of the party setting, the raid setting, or solo gameplay, and your itemization selections, right? Like, all of that is a level of depth, I think, that players want to exist in space-wise, because it gives them the freedom to really define the way they're approaching the difficulty challenge that is the game, and that is combat in general. That's super cool, and especially like this breadth of options, right? Even the horizontal choices here, like, that creates a very interesting playground of rock paper scissors effects between the multitude of archetype skill progression and weapon type skill progression that you're going to experience even in a PvP setting. And it also is just more levers that we get to pull on the encounter design section as well for PvE. Very cool. Well done, guys. This is I think I speak for the community when I say great progress, very great progress, and Alpha 2 is shaping up to be not just a great testing experience, but a lot of fun, I think. Obviously the world and the combat design here is significant.
The last thing I want to highlight is the work that we've done on the animation side with the weapon combos. Mm-hmm. So if you actually do your weapon combo in place here, we can see it. We can see whenever you get, so you got a stab hit there. Whenever you get stab hits on the third and the fourth hit, those are actually procs. So if you connect with the second hit of that proc hit, you'll receive the additional effects. But you actually have to connect with a monster or player to receive the effect. And I think the proc rate is at a static 25% right now.
Q, I've been blown away, man. Oh, some of these abilities are so cool. Everything about this class, the way that they built it, all the abilities, the way they work together, man, it all makes my pants fit a little tighter, if you know what I mean.
We're looking at other ways to scale that, like maybe it scales with stat, or maybe it scales with additional nodes, but
ouch,
right
that
now
wasn't
it's
nice.
Kind of low. Especially if you're unlucky, like Steve.
I know, really, what's going on here?
Come on.
I'm sure we'll see it in combat.
There it is.
There it
Well.
is.
Okay, I saw it. Okay.
And these guys, we're still missing some effects that are going to help drive what this. Oh my god! I'm so sorry. I just was like relentless attack.
Yeah, the momentum and the bonus attack speed on the greatsword stacking together smoked me.
That was good. Let's see. So sorry.
He did
He's
it
also
again.
level
He
50.
did it again. He straight up loots their fucking corpse right in front of them. I just killed you, and now I'm just gonna take your stuff while you're standing in front of me watching. Steven is a savage.
Did I go corrupt?
You did.
Oh
boy.
no.
Well, it should be fine as long as we're in a party. Speaking of which, we should form the party.
Yes. Well, yeah, let's get this going. We can talk more while we're...
Yep. Are you guys disbanded?
I believe that's only hitting things triple play, not no momentum for taking damage. I don't think.
Yep.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, another thing we can talk about when we're moving is we did revamp the animation a little bit. We made it work with the weight of the greatsword a little bit more, so you'll see like more precise pose holding, and it's less of a lumbering beast than it once was. We're kind of leaving that space for the mace and the axe, but it really feels like a sword now to me. It's awesome.
Can I also show off one other thing? The environment team and the engineering team, and Keenan, I think you were part of this as well, obviously, between the ability system and the interactable environments. Something that I have not seen happen really very often as part of MMO level design is destructible assets. We have that in and running. I want to see if I can destroy these 2 tents here real quick. Oh! Wait, somebody else destroyed them.
They just got hit by the cone of cold.
I think so. Oh, that was good. That was hilarious. I'll find some other tents. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me find another one. Here we go.
I love how Steven just runs around and does other bullshit while his team is fighting. His guys in the middle of combat. He's the DPS. He's just like, ooh, let's go look at this over here. What are you doing, bro?
Oh, should I put my helmet on? Do I want to put the helmet on?
It's a cool looking helmet.
Alright, I'll put the helmet on. Let me see. Hold
That's
on.
a cool way to solve props getting in the way.
That's true. Let me put
Always
my-
wear a helmet.
No, I meant you can just kill him.
Oh, it is wild.
If he had been wearing his helmet when you were attacking him,
Oh. Love it.
Oh, we need to talk to the scout first, don't we?
yeah, we should grab the quest.
Oh, is there a scout over here? That's right.
All right, let's clear.
Okay, so you guys remember at the end of our commissions live stream last month, this was Oak and Bane Keep. I just kind of came up to the entrance here. I didn't want to go inside because this story arc, see if I have actually information on the story arc. Here we go. So we are part of the Ancient Violence story arc, which is an inhuman threat in the Riverlands. And so it talks about a little bit the settlers of Vera have known of a constant struggle with the goblins that overran the ancestral Kalar lands. And while we know nothing about their capabilities, it is important that we now find them throwing themselves at Lionhold's paltry defenses, Lionhold being one of the introductory locations right near the portal area in the Riverlands. And Captain Avonmore needs help assessing the scope of that threat. Interesting. And we also have here what appears to be a side quest, Scout Yoren. Let's talk with Yoren. What does he have here? Once a great place of our ancestors now is overrun. We shall do something about this. Alright, he's been charged with observing. I would be happy to take some of your dispensation as pay. So he wants us to kill 20 of the goblins here in Oak and Bane. We've already dispatched a few of them. Alright, accept that. Okay, we got the ancestral revenge. Let's do this. What we got going on over here? Some glint. Oh, that guy. He's just kind of...
So is the next 30 minutes of this video just them going through Oak and Bane here and like doing this story arc? And Steven sometimes helping them kill things and sometimes running off and getting into nonsense?
He's just kind of flipping around over there. Ooh, this is feeling moody. It's feeling moody.
Bell says yes.
Alright, not too bad. So now, of your guys' experiences in MMOs, how many of you actually mained as a fighter?
Me. I think I'm the only one here. I know everyone's here has played fighter, but I love playing fighters. Like, they're kind of my first choice.
You know, I'm gonna... Oh.
Grinding spots is actually a very interesting topic, so I'll definitely pay attention.
Hold on. I see that there is a
Watch out, big
spirit
pole.
nearby. Oh my god.
I already popped my blizzard too.
We got drags here, nice.
Oh yeah, this is
is this
named
guy?
mob. It's a named mob. We'll have to be sure to loot him after we kill him.
Ooh, it's
Yeah,
that
Steven needs to loot him, not anyone else.
Why are you
Look
guys
at
saying
that
that?
sword that guy's got.
It's almost like Soka.
Yeah, we don't have any like ninja looters in this group for sure.
Now, some of you guys are seeing that the effects of that big explosion. That is still effects that are being authored right now, but that is specifically a progression. Oh, that guy was pretty strong. That is specifically a status progression, is that right?
Which one?
Oh, I got something.
Wait. Okay, yeah, there you go.
I get something? I got some, looked like, let me see if I can find that, hold on. What do we got here? A toy soldier legs. Legs of an ancient toy soldier that survived well past when it ought to have, thanks to ancient magics within. Can be reassembled with other pieces. Okay, cool.
Okay, that's strange. Back, but with Cane's chicken this time, huh? I got to tell you, there's a Cane's in this town. There's actually 2 Cane's in this town, and the line is always around the damn store and halfway down the street and whatnot. And Cane's ain't that damn good. Like, the bread is awesome. I could eat 12 pieces of that bread, but that chicken is bland and normal, and that sauce is basic. I don't know why everybody goes nuts over Cane's.
So sorry, I was talking about the conflagrate.
Yeah, so one thing you'll be noticing a lot on the mage is I'm throwing out different elements of projectiles. Like here's a fireball, and then after that you'll see my weapon
It's great, you
combos throwing out
blasphemer.
little fire projectiles. As we showed in the previous mage live stream, that is elemental empowerment and how it works. However, we've changed a little bit how that works. Now, on the finisher attack of every combo, you get the element based on what your infused element is. And then you can use certain abilities to promote that from burning to like conflagrate in the case that you're seeing.
Oh my
here.
god. That was a lot.
So you'll see me doing that here and there.
I'm gonna give myself some mana.
Yeah, and that's a concept that we're applying to all the classes. On the tank, we recently moved. They used to generate courage and apply stagger on every hit. We moved that all to the combo end as well, which is really nice because that allows us to.
Val, I was going to say when I read your comment, homie, he's in Oklahoma. If there's a state that has zero care about what Texans think, it's freaking Oklahoma.
Normalize these effects across multiple different weapon types and really make true our promise of weapon choice.
Yeah, it's like we
Oh,
don't wanna,
MAME is so good.
put too much emphasis on attack speed for proc rate, and there's other ways to do that. You can normalize chance and all that stuff, but we also just thought, like, from a gameplay perspective, it is really cool to like make you have to commit to that final hit. It just kind of makes it feel a little bit more like you're working towards something rather than just getting something on every attack.
Yeah. The initial thought was that the additional flexibility was good with the tank playstyle, but having that additional thing to chase mid-rotation is turning out pretty well.
Alright, we got an NPC here.
A forlorn hero.
I found this dude. Looks like some. Oh, this is.
Oh, man, Catrello, this is insane. It is insane. It's so good. All of the little things that they built, the whole momentum system, the way that it works, like the synergy that they've created between the abilities and the way that they've used the momentum to make you feel like a fighter rushing across the battlefield and doing things. It feels like, speculating based on what we've seen, it feels like it's going to be really strong and really, really fun. And just like all of the other class showcases have done, it makes me want to play. It makes me lean like I'm going to play this class in Alpha 2. So we'll see. Yeah, looks awesome so far though. Loving it.
We saw this guy before. He was in our last time we showed Oak and Bane Keep. An armored shade floats before you, incapable of speech. It, however, does extend a translucent arm to hand you a corporeal letter. Oh, I've received a letter. Okay, let's take a look at what this letter does. The paper in this letter is inked on what feels so old that it could disintegrate. Against time and your gentle handling, it holds together. That sounds like I should open this letter. Though the letter is ancient, the text in it is clearly legible. Papa. Oh, no, wait, no. Papa. Mama says we won't be able to visit anymore. After we've through the portal... Oh, shit, I messed that up. I should have read this before.
C minus.
I know, I'm sorry. Okay, wait. Papa. Mama says we won't be able to visit anymore after we leave through the portal. Didn't feel right to leave you alone, so I'm leaving you my bravest toy soldier. Oh, that was the toy soldier piece we found. To help you and the others here fight off the demons coming for us. I hate to tell you, kid, I don't think that toy soldier's gonna help. I'm getting too old
Don't
for
tell him
toys.
that.
I know. His name is Troy. Oh, I love always Troy.
We have respawns here.
The word Og is written in blood across the back of the paper 4 distinct times. Sounds interesting. Oh. It's going to give me some experience. Deliver the toy to the Forgotten Soldiers Memorial Site. Okay, so we need to find a memorial site. Oh, that's sad. What?
Bell, I know we're watching the fighter video, and you know that's what's all going on. But the entire time, I'm thinking of song ideas, and so now I'm thinking of a toy soldier-related song idea to add to our Ashes music catalog.
History. What history lives here? Love the banners. Oh man. We've got a. I also love the ambiance here of the like goblins.
It's so good. Mame is so good. Every time he uses it. He drives me crazy with the way he plays, but
We're
I just have to
mopping
deal
these
with that.
goblins up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of playtest cycles in this area, getting it good. So we're pretty experienced.
Yeah, we have had many deaths in this area, but yeah, what kills you gets you stronger, right?
Yep.
I think that's how it goes.
Vex, you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, but I've already been using Suno to generate Ashes music, and people are already asking about it. They're real excited about it. Yeah, we've got Ashes music. Josh says this feels like Diablo 3 cooldowns mixed with resource regeneration and resource benders. Yep.
That wasn't close.
No. Guys, I want to talk about another thing that we always are keeping in mind towards Alpha 2. Whoops. Keeping in mind towards Alpha 2 is performance testing. That's something that PI has been helping us test, and there's another PI test happening, I think, next week, which is both the visual performance that you're seeing within the game world from a rendering perspective, as well as from a networking perspective on the servers as well. So keep that in mind. There's going to be a lot of benefits there because it is something that is happening now. And teams are putting a lot of work towards
Oh
that.
my god. See, the fighter is awesome, and I've enjoyed watching this, but that mage with the big cone of cold, or not cone, but the big circle of cold, I forget what that damn ability, blizzard or something, he just wrecked that entire group of goblins by himself. That was awesome. That makes me want to play mage.
Might want to get a little mana back there.
I know, I have no mana. I'm so sorry.
Just
Grabbing
cheat
mana.
and get yourself
We need
some mana
we need a
there,
bard in this
Steven.
party.
Well, you do have blood fusion if you so choose.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about blood fusion. I should choose that.
Yeah, next AoE pack you could use that with
So that gives 50% back of damage done as mana.
Yep. So round all these guys up and pop it and start AoEing.
By the way, this area looks great during the Ancient Violence.
Alright, it looks like we got something up here on our right.
Wolves up front, let's get them! Let's do this! What do we got?
Incoming.
That's awesome, Cotrello.
Looks like we got Alpha Wolf up top. Try to pull him
Okay,
down.
I see this alpha wolf up there. I'm going for him. Who's Alpha? Who's this guy talking about Alpha?
Player on me.
Okay, I'm getting that mana back. Oh, what do we got here? Player?
Yep, he's dead though.
Vex over on YouTube says, I can't wait to see Bard. I usually end up being some kind of support or healer class. Really looking forward to Bard and Summoner to see what they have to offer. Yep. I'm totally... I don't know what they're going to do with Summoner. Summoner seems like... I hope that they have something up their sleeve that's going to make it totally unique. And given what they've done with everything else, it wouldn't surprise me if they blow us all away with Summoner. But yeah, well, I know we have Bard coming soon, and I know a lot of people that are excited for Bard. A lot of people.
Oh, do I need to loot that
Nice.
alpha?
Yeah, let's loot him.
Where's he at?
Right here.
Coachella says, I don't think they know what they're going to do with Summoner. That may be true.
He has an alpha severed head. Alright.
Alright, like crafting material.
They have like a little den here. How sad. Let's go behind the den maybe.
Sneak in.
Yeah, around from kind of like the wall side.
Infiltration.
We need a camouflage. Oh, should we go up here?
Go
Does
along
the
the
wall connect?
walls.
Let's try it.
I think there's mobs up there too, but we can give it a shot.
No, it looks like there's a break in the wall. Further down.
Oh yeah, there's a flare up there too, be careful.
It's a good plan though. Foiled.
Oh, Josh on YouTube says, so do you think this combat style will ever allow for controller/gamepad compatibility? The movement always looks clunky when you have to take your hands off ASW to use skills. You know what? I'd never even thought about that. I don't know why anybody would ever want to use a gamepad on purpose when a mouse and keyboard are an option. So I don't, I don't know, man. I have no idea. There you go. Levi says they said they'll have support for it.
Yep.
Alright, sleeping. Right.
Jump on them.
Oh yeah, use that ability. Oh yeah.
Got some damage.
There we go.
Got a trip there.
We're doing it.
Incoming from the back.
We got
Yep.
we got a friend. Oh no, he's hurt.
There's another one of those guys with a big ass serrated sword. Oh, he got wrecked, bro.
Alright, he's frozen. Dead.
Got him.
Oh, the group-based gameplay. It's so beautiful.
I feel bad for the wolves actually. They didn't want this. They're just in their little dens.
Wrong place, wrong time.
These dens smell nasty.
Big pull.
Pull?
Well, I guess that's every pull in here.
I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Fighter's doing work though.
Yeah, I'm doing some
Big
work
pulls. Big pulls are what Fighter is all
here.
about.
Sell out.
Tank goes in, gets all the aggro. Fighter
Alright,
jumps
doing
in
a
and
sleep
misses like a
again.
dumbass.
Gonna focus the shaman over here.
I love getting that mana back.
Hey, Mescon, thanks for stopping in and watching the stream with us, man. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Enjoy that steakhouse.
Nicely done.
Okay. Look here. There's a goblin right there.
Levi says, remember, Mage looks so good because Steven isn't playing it. It's so true. Oh, it's so true. I remember when they were doing the Mage showcase and Steven was running around fighting stuff, and I was just not impressed. I was like, this Mage gameplay is meh. It couldn't be more meh. And then Trad jumped on, and they had Trad controlling the Mage, and all of a sudden he's doing all these awesome pulls and rolling around and sleeping things and killing big groups, and I was like, oh my god, Mage looks awesome. And that's when I learned that it's all about the person who's playing it, how the gameplay looks. Steven dies with cheats, exactly. Do you think Steven plays poorly on purpose to entice people to get in and out of the game and do it better, like those mobile ads? That's some 5D underwater backwards chess or whatever you got going on there. That's pretty good, Vex. No, I think that he's trying to showcase the game, stay on script, remember what he can and can't say, play the game at the same time, like so many things going on that it's just, I gotta imagine that when cameras are off and he's just playing, that Steven is a perfectly capable MMO player. DA says he's decent when he isn't showing off for stream. TGF Tavern says, I feel bad for Steven and his gameplay.
Ooh, it's getting dark for me.
Oh, we pulled a bunch here. Pulled a bunch.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Later in the
Silver, thanks for the follow.
There's a shaman out there too. Destroy their homes so they don't come back.
I keep thinking I've been following a ton of AOC creators for a long time and then find out I haven't been. WTF. Lots of people have come in here and been like, what the hell? I swear I was followed you, and they had to refollow. So don't feel bad. I think there was some type of a purging that got done, or I don't know. Maybe I released a video that pissed all y'all off and y'all all unfollowed me. That's possible. Who knows? Who knows?
That'd be cool if that worked.
Ooh, I found some of the cargo. Okay, picked up a.
Get some loot. Alright, sleeping that pack up there.
Nice.
We got ads. Next pack, actually.
Alright, AoE.
Speaking of bad months, bad streams, did any of you guys fall asleep just listening to Margaret describe what the stream's going to be next month? I mean, the technical details of how they put lots of people on the screen. I mean, Jesus. I was like, really? In my opinion, they're this is my giving my tinfoil hat. They're doing a bad stream topic just to waste a month. And they're also going to announce later on this month that they're going to announce the Alpha 2 date or month in this stream in order to get people to watch it. And that way they can like just get through another month without having to show us a bunch more gameplay. That's my conspiracy theory. Silver says, nah, I'm into tech shit. I'm hyped for that. Yeah, you have at it. Yeah, you know. Zill and I actually want them to explain how they will deal with the networking issues. Fane says it's worse than an A1 right now. Okay. I've heard some people say that it's worse and some people say that it's fine. So I don't know. That's weird. We use a keyboard because it's more effective in high-level combat, but in everyday grinding, it's a chore for a lot of people. Controller compatibility is way more important than you might think. Okay. I don't know how using a keyboard is a chore. Everybody has their own sensibilities, their own things they like. That doesn't make any sense to me, but that's okay. Silver says now announcement is 100% in July. I mean, yes, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in July, but I got to put on my tinfoil hat. Vex on YouTube says, I don't know. I'm interested to see how they handle it because it helps reassure me that they can pull off what they claim they can. Yeah, I guess I don't need or care to see how the sausage is made. Like it don't matter to me. Put lots of guys on the screen, and let's do this. I don't care how it gets pulled off. I might skip that live stream. Every time I think about it, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about the X's and O's and the ones and the zeros of how you're going to put guys on it. I don't care. Just do it and give me the damn game. Let me log in. The system requirements have gone us, so it is causing issues. That is why Steven said we need to test with more setups so we can address setup specific issues. I'm gonna try to read that again because the system requirements have gone us, so it is causing issues. That is why Steven said we need to test with more setups so we can address setup specific issues. The last sentence makes sense. Okay. Woo! Silver said, I just hope my 10-year-old GTX 1080 can still run the game on the lowest. Get a new graphics card, bro! They've gone up. That makes more sense, Levi. They've gone up. Ask Fupo. He has been helping people understand what is and isn't going to work. Yeah, Fupo would probably be a good resource to ask on that. Or, get a new graphics card. Like a crappy 30 or 40 series card that wouldn't even cost very much would be an improvement over a GTX 1080. A 1080? What are you even doing? Kevlar Brekar, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm a broke Ukrainian. I ain't got money for that shit. All right, that's fair. I can't say nothing. I'll just shut up now. Go back to watching my video.
Rags ad.
Oh yeah, we got a named guy. That's one of the ones we need.
Nice.
Look up.
Where is he?
He is right on top of our tank.
I'll show him back here.
Having to sleep off.
Yeah,
Short loot.
Some mana.
Yeah, me too.
Like how Steven just stayed right in that whirling blade. Take 9 hits to the face.
Alright, bringing that wolf down. Gonna
did it.
Mana here real quick. Alright.
Sedora, who I haven't spoken to in a long time, says, I hope they do some work for AMD cards. Me too. I have an AMD. I have the 7900 XTX. Yeah, definitely hoping they yeah, definitely. Levi says, Fupo did say with the top setups, it makes the 4K recordings look like Twitch streaming. Okay.
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, I got
Resting.
some Howling Wolf garb. Nice.
Nice.
And I found a toy soldier arm. We have the arms now and the boots. We're doing
Sweet.
it.
Halfway.
Perfect.
Whoa. Every time, sorry.
Every time. Got ads from the left. He's asleep. Careful to the left here.
Stakito just subscribed. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Try and pull him back.
Good old Q. I mean, I know at this point, everybody pretty much knows who the content creators are, but if y'all aren't following Stakino on both Twitch and YouTube, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Go make it happen. Thruck, been putting off building a new computer for the last couple of years. Told myself to wait until at least Alpha 2. Likely I'll put something together early next year if my current rig doesn't hold up. Yep. Oh.
And we got Buzz over here. Let's rest up.
Alright, let's make sure there's no ads over here to our right.
Jump, jump.
See where the wall kind of sticks out back there? I think we need to
Oh,
go
yeah.
that
Mhm.
far.
Right.
See, just like earlier when they said, this is my favorite combo, that dev there just now saying, let's make sure there's no ads over there to the right, tells me they've been all up in this. They're playing this game at Intrepid every day, and it pisses me off. I want to be playing it. He knows that ads spawn over there to the right, so we got to make sure we clear those out before we go fight this name guy. Let me in, Intrepid. Yes, Silver. Yes, let me in. Sedora says, I've just been lurking in the background, hoping I can find time for A2 with first baby due in September. Well, first off, congratulations on the first baby due in September. Becoming a father and a parent was the greatest thing I ever did my entire life, and there is not a second that's even remotely close. So I hope you enjoy every bit of what parenthood brings. Also, I think a lot of us have been lurking in the background. I hadn't made no or very little content in basically 2 years. I try to make a video like every 3 months just so people don't forget who I am. But we're almost there. Almost time for Alpha 2. Levi says he's flexing on you. I know he's aiming it directly at me, isn't he, Levi? I knew he was, that sorry bastard.
Wolf right here. It's patrolling.
Let's kill him.
See, he knew that was there.
We got ads.
Okay.
Oh
Let's just go to the wall. Go to the spot.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna sleep him as we pull. Alright, sleep dropping now.
This is the most perfect comment in the history of comments. Josh over on YouTube says, tech demo is super important. They need to prove what they're doing is scalable. I'm not going to watch it, but I'm glad they're doing it. Yes, it's important. I'm glad that they're taking the tech side real super serious, but I ain't freaking watching it. Oh, that's a beautiful comment. I love it. Thank you, Josh.
I think that LOS to me.
A lot of wolves just past that, so if we end up having to move a little bit, don't go any further than this.
Yeah, drag him into the corner.
Alright, this flares down.
The favorite place of any tank, a corner. Wait, on my full cooldown, I'll bring him back.
Alright, it's just him now. Burn him.
I'm bringing it back to the wall.
Nice. Cool.
So this is a pretty tough boss. See, first off, PD Entertainment over on YouTube says, I love that you're back into making Ashes content again. I appreciate that, man. I really do. And I am back. It is definitely time to go. I also want to point out, once again, They have strategies. They're like, hey, put them against this wall. It negates the knockback, blah, 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 blah. They've been playing the damn game. Just let me in. Bullshit. Let me touch the boobies, Intrepid.
That shield is strong. Mana back. Here we go. Wait for it.
I wonder if those wound stacks are reducing his shields, though.
Should be.
Oh, there's a trip. Can you maim him?
Maimed him.
Nice.
Come on, get him! Get him! Get that shield down!
What a clutch.
Cool, boss.
Unbelievable, that
I know.
shield.
Almost like it's scripted to do that.
That's sweet, he had a goblin skull.
Sweet.
Very nice. Alright. Now what were we... were we looking for something?
Yeah, so I think in here is going to be the last two goblins we're trying to find.
Yeah, they are up this ramp. This way, I think.
Watch out, there's both left and right here.
I was trying to thread the needle and pull both.
Sleeping the shaman. Focus on this pack here. Oh, you just destroyed that 10.
Heck yeah! I'm telling you, if you destroy the homes, they won't come back.
It won't come back.
I'm on the shaman. Freezing in.
Alright.
Careful up here. This is like super danger area.
You're gonna pull some of these back, I think.
Yeah, you could probably, yeah. Sleeping in the flare. Okay, we got the other flare too now. Oh, got him knocked down.
I'm really enjoying this gameplay for the most part. I can't even imagine how much I would be in love with a fighter if somebody who was good at playing Ashes of Creation was behind the controls right now. Damn.
What's happening?
Alright, keep an eye out for
Flags, he's right there on the left. He's pathing. Just gonna
Alright,
wait
do you
it
wanna-
out.
We want to clear up here.
Is Flag's the last boss?
There's a
fight, or-
flare above us. Flare right
Clear
here.
to the right while we wait.
Imagine
Yeah.
being absolutely
Poland
atrocious at
flower.
your own game.
Okay, they're pulled.
Leave this one that's close to us, Chad.
Yeah, I'm waiting them to round them up. Because they're
Oh,
all
we
coming.
also got the next
Yeah,
pack.
they're all coming. Alright, sleep dropping now.
Drop that sleep. Oh,
shit.
my god.
It's not much
Oh,
use
somebody
if that
got
happens.
deleted.
Two can spin at
The
this.
clutch res.
They bumped my first one, second one coming.
Okay. Keep guiding, keep guiding. I'm back up.
Out.
Yo, wait, get out of there. Did we get the tank back up? Okay, yeah, the tank's up. All right, Steven, get out of the damn
Ready.
cleaves. All right,
got
not
Mark.
bad. Very interesting that I'm not sure what it's called, but the tank leap that has a big circle that you put down doesn't have a minimum range, so you can do that even to get somebody that you're currently engaged in melee with. So depending on what what type of status effects it incurs. That may be part of the normal rotation. And also, Levi pointed out Steven missed a point blank, and that's true. PD Entertainment on YouTube says, what archetype are you going to play? I think you said tank in the past. I tend to shift my opinion on what I want to play based on what the most recent class reveal has been. I will probably start with tank, but I will say that if I have 2 or 3 dedicated tanks who are going to have time to play in my guild for Alpha 2, then I may do something different, because I don't think you're going to need a boatload of tanks. So we'll see, but I don't have a dedicated choice yet. I'm still trying. Josh says, stop trying to touch Intrepid's boobies. They aren't mature yet. No. Yes, Levi says Zillan is locked in tank, fighter, mage, and summoner. It's more like tank, fighter, mage, and bard, but yeah, definitely.
You did it.
Nice. Get on the shaman.
Fighter does look really, really good. I mean, not with Steven playing it, but in general it looks good.
Good kill on the chamois.
Oh, Cataclysm's so good.
Alright, do we loot Slags? Cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what I was
gotta
gonna
loot
say,
him.
slides.
I certainly did.
What?
Did you loot Slag?
Dude.
Trade with me. No, trade it to me.
No, that's not a tradable item.
He'll be back soon.
Okay. Maybe we can.
Yeah, let's move up in the
Maybe we
meantime.
can spawn him. What if he wants to bring him in?
I think his respawn isn't too bad.
It's actually pretty quick.
Is it?
Yeah,
Sit
Yeah.
around, just wait around for the respawns.
Well, let's talk about how this fighter has been performing. Exemplary
Foreshadowing, we
performance
have
by the
no
fighter, if I
levels.
don't say so myself. I mean, really, just unbelievable.
Top tier.
Top tier. I do love the area. I love how each of the areas just dramatically change as story arcs come online. Visually, right? The atmospherics alone are significant. Not to
Just-
mention the
Your,
obvious
your
sound
team's in
and
combat,
everything.
Steven. Just run around and look at shit.
Yeah, the little evil laugh like the big guys do right before they spin to win on you.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice like audio telegraph too.
Oh god, that was good. See what the tank. I see now. The tank flattened all of them. Now I just want to play tank. Oh, he knocked down all those people in front of him. That was awesome.
Alright, gonna freeze the flare. They're starting to respawn here.
Back is back.
Who's? The main guy?
No, there's
Oh,
a
the
back
back.
over here.
So what are some of the things, Trad, that you look for from the community, or Keenan or Brian?
Just Bodo with the follow. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Saw your video you released yesterday. If you guys aren't following Just Bodo over on the YouTubes, you should. He's making a new content creator, making videos. Did one yesterday on Zerging and Ashes of Creation, or Zerging and MMOs in general. Go check it out for sure. JSTBODO. Yeah, go check him out. You're gonna make me get a link? There you go. There's a link to Just Bodo. Go check out his content. Trying to get started as an Ashes of Creation content creator. PD Entertainment says, I assume you have Alpha 2 access. What bundle did you buy? I had Alpha 1 access. I was in the Alpha 1. So that's the when they put the Alpha 1 bundles back on sale just a few months before Alpha 1 went live, that's the bundle that I got. So I know it has some cosmetics in it, but that's not why I bought it. I don't care about it, so I don't know what cosmetics they are. I'll probably never need them, never use them. Levi says, hey, I only just found out that the YouTuber you recommended was the Copium Clinic now. Oh, Ashes of Relation? Is that who you're talking about? He changed his name to the Copium Clinic to be more, I guess just a better name or whatever. Yeah, he's outstanding. In my opinion, he's the best Ashes of Creation content creator right now. He's outstanding.
As it relates to kind of everything we talked about today, right? What are the things you want to hear people kind of opining on in our different social media forums and whatnot, Discord?
Incoming flags.
Oh well, yeah. Let's get him first, then we can chat about that.
So guessing you didn't pick up any of the pretty stuff since A1 either. If you're talking about cosmetics, you'd be correct. I do not buy cosmetics, period, end of discussion. I don't use them. I will not, under any circumstances, do skins. It's not going to happen. So, no.
This is actually an interesting one, is like, just these areas, like, the density, the respawn rates, like, this is intended for a larger group.
I earned my
this is the
badass
kind
looking
of,
gear.
Farming that you would want to see, or what are your preferred grinding experiences in games from MMOs you've played? Also, just like, how do you feel the fighter plays from the melee perspective? Like, what are fighters that you've really liked playing in games, and how did you enjoy them more, or what do you like that you're seeing here that you didn't see in fighters on other games? Like, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, one building on that a bit, one thing I really like is...
Yeah, man, everybody has their own how they feel about that stuff, and most people don't really care about skins as far as buying them. I am vehemently against buying of looking cool. I hate pay to look cool. Don't get me wrong, it's nowhere near as bad as pay to convenience or pay to win, and I'll tolerate it, but I don't participate in it ever. That's just how I that's one of the very few things that I think Narc gets really, really right, is the idea of visual progression, and we have destroyed visual progression with pay to look cool. Vex says the only skins I might use are the ones that came with my A2 access. Not big on cosmetics either. Yeah, my plan is basically to use the embers that I get as part of the partner program, if I'm in the partner program, as part of the because people have used my referral link or whatever. Any embers that I get for that, I will buy cosmetics and give them away to my community. That's my plan, and so I won't be using them.
Criticism from our fans, what's missing, what doesn't look so hot. We're all experienced developers. We can take the heat. It's fine. You're not going to hurt our feelings. We just need to know what sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the critical feedback loop is very important.
There you go. I'll give them to you.
One of the things that is super important anytime you're offering any critical feedback.
I'm not going to lie, Levi. I suspect they're going to walk that back, and I hope to God they do. So, we'll see. But that whole system has Ponzi scheme kind of dangling over it, I guess. I'm not a fan of them giving you money, actual money for your referral links. So we'll see.
Feedback is to be very specific in the things that don't mesh well, or that you're looking to see improved, and a lot of that stuff validates already what we have intentions for as we move forward in development. But that validation is important, right? Because it means that you as the player are thinking about the same things that we're thinking about, and we can prioritize that stuff. Obviously, combat being one of the biggest takeaways from Alpha 1, which you can see here, we took to heart and are iterating upon and continuing to develop with.
Another good thing would be, this is a half group. Like, how did the visuals look? Like, the fighter effects feel and look really awesome. And
Chronic says, I've been following AOC since 2017. It's still kind of sad. They went for tab targeting instead of action combat. It's way more immersive. Chronics, I partially agree. I partially disagree. I think that action combat has its own flaws and faults that people don't think about. But the one thing I'll point out is that if you're going to have massive numbers of players on the screen at one time, you cannot have action combat. The two things do not exist in the same space, and they cannot exist in the same space. Every game that you can think of that has action combat has, a very limited number of people on the screen at any given time. And small servers like New World, for example, they're smaller servers. So, yeah, it's not possible to have massive number of people and action combat at the same time. PD Entertainment says, yes, thank you. I totally agree on the visual progression is lost with cosmetics and cash shop. That's what I loved about Guild Wars 1 and OSRS. It's old school RuneScape. I'd rather pay $20 to $25 a month instead. Yes. Levi says, cut the payout, sure, but I can see keeping the spend on sub options since it keeps it in the house. Yeah, spend on sub I don't have a problem with. I just don't think they should be giving you cash for you referring people to the game and getting people to come to the game. It just seems like I can't define what line is being crossed there. I don't know what it is. I just know it feels bad. Vex says, wait, who gives money for referral links? Vex, Steven said a long time ago, that they were going to allow you to just get money straight up from the company for your referral links. So let's say you use my referral link and then you spend $100 on cosmetics, I get 15% of that. And so most games you would get like 15% of that in value of embers, but they're talking about giving you money. And like I said, I don't know what line that crosses. I can't describe it. I just know I don't like it. Chronic says, my biggest fear is that they spoil the game before it comes out, either by give them too much access or data minings. Yeah, that's one of those problems that I've been thinking about for the last 3 years while I have been not making Ashes content, is how you do an Alpha 2 or the Beta 1 or Beta 2 and thoroughly test everything, and while not giving away everything, where all the best guilds and the biggest guilds will know all the secrets, all the best locations, the best, everything, and just as day one, it's just going to be them all bum rushing the best stuff. And I think I've just come to the conclusion that there is no stopping it. That's going to happen no matter what they do. So I guess you just quit trying. Levi says they went for both. Yeah, I mean, well, that's why they went tab. Just Bodo says, what I really want is the ability to kill a hard boss and take a drop to craft something unique that stand out. Yes, I think that's what they're going to do. Like Steven has said, quote, crafters make the best shit. But I think that it's going to take materials from bosses that are hard to kill, and that you're going to have to fight off other guilds who are trying to stop you from getting the boss and getting the thing, in order to make them. I really do think that if the best shit is just made by a crafter or a gatherer going out into a field and hitting some rocks for a little while and then coming back and making it, that would feel bad. Levi says, I agree. I think it basically says we are overpaying 15% a month just to pay referrals. I mean, you can make that argument. Axiom is not setting up a private wiki with all the info for the members. Yeah, I'm sure they're totally not. Kodak says the problem with New World is that during development, they tried to go for a limb hitbox things. It means the damage dealt dependent on the part of the body you ended up hitting. Yeah, that makes action combat even worse. And that whole code is still there, so it lags a lot. It's only used for bow and musket headshots. Yeah. Levi says they are in-game schematics that will take a substantial amount of time. I know that's such a cool idea. Like, what if your guild works for a week and a half? Everybody working together to do everything they can, or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, to make a sword. Not swords for everyone, a sword. Oh, and then that sword would be so valuable. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited for stuff like that. So excited for stuff like that. Coachella said they said that the world / raid bosses will drop materials to make gear equal to / possibly greater than that what drops off of that same boss. There you go. There you go. That's what I thought. Chronic said, but the code skill calculates multiple values for hitting a hand, an arm, a torso. Yeah. Action combat could probably work in a PvE MMO. Maybe, but action combat sucks balls in PvE. I'd rather watch paint dry than do action combat in PvE. You've ever played ESO? Have you ever done raiding in ESO? It's the most mind-numbingly boring crap I've ever done in my entire life. Zillin, a sword that is limited time because items can only repair so many times. Yes, yes, yes. As badass as that sword is and as much time as your guild spent making it, it ain't gonna last forever.
My opinion, especially when you're showcasing them, how does that hold up? You know, with the mage effects in parallel, and also the cleric and the tank, like a lot of that stuff. You know, how does it look? You know, when you're looking at it from a very controlled, isolated standpoint, and how does that hold up or break down when you enter all those archetypes together into the mix?
Are you ready for the final guy? Ooh,
Slags.
Did I get the,
Slags 2.0.
did I loot the other dude?
I
He's ready.
looted him again, so I spawned us a new one.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
I can't help it.
Where is the new one?
Right here.
Years of ninja looting experience, I
Oh
guess.
my
Gee.
god. This is the fighter showcase, not the rogue.
Sorry.
That was fun. Is this him? Alright.
Yes. Watch Keenan just loot it again.
I know.
There we go. Okay, we have the flare blade fragment and the toy soldier torso. Yay! We have the torso now. Keenan has 2 torsos. I have a single torso.
I have 3.
Oh my god.
Alright, when
Okay.
you guys are ready, I'm gonna charge.
What do I do here?
You want me to do a
What
sleep bowl?
Well, they're incoming.
Alright,
Body
I'm
pull.
sleeping now, so we'll see which one I get. There are 2 shamans in the back. I'm gonna focus on them.
Oh my god, the fighter looks so good. Every once in a while, Steve actually like plays it somewhat like it should be played. It looks so awesome.
Come up here on the platform.
Zags, what you want, buddy? Let's go.
Oh, he's tripped.
I think with the fighter looking as cool and spectacular as he does, it's a good opportunity to talk about how like visually interesting each ability should be, and whether people think it's too much or too little, or whether they feel like it's about right for the gameplay experience that they enjoy.
Absolutely, visuals. The visual effects for these abilities are in a playable state. We want to get your guys' feedback on that. You know.
Definitely want a lot of feedback around what people want out of group grinding areas. I know we're developing a lot of those right now, and that would make sure that we're giving everyone what they want, or at least taking it into consideration with what we're building. Like things like respawn rates, density.
Do we want to complete the quest here? You should have all the pieces. Alright, so in your inventory, you should have all 4 if you looted Zags.
Yes.
Put it together, see what happens.
Just right-clicking one of them.
Sure.
Oh, reassemble the doll! The goblins must have broken up the toy soldier. If I have all 4 parts, I can try reassembling it.
Looks like there's
They
something
snapped
over
together,
here.
I have a reanimated toy soldier. That sounds like a Chucky doll or something.
A Chucky doll.
Creepy.
We just
Let's get rid of it.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We're gonna get respawned. Better turn it in.
Where are we
Yeah.
going? Where are we going?
We got a tombstone from the same guy.
Forlorn Heroes Memorial. Let me see here. We have a memorial for all the heroes that could not be buried. You will always be remembered here. I placed the action figure by the memorial. I can feel a grateful presence in the air. I suddenly noticed this. Hey, this is a grace.
Destroying the altar.
The
Suddenly
goblins
noticed
don't
this
seem to care.
small parcel near the memorial that I didn't see before.
Oh, he got a glance out of it.
Glowing
Okay.
glint and some dim glint, and he had leftover currency from the ancient times.
And hopefully a lot of XP, right?
Yes, a significant number of experience. Deliver the toy. We have succeeded. Yay! Look at that. It happened. We did it. Amazing! Holy smokes! Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that, and the area obviously looks beautiful. The class plays remarkably well. Feels very good. Keenan, Brian, Trad, and all the goblins around us that are incredibly vocal. Thank you guys. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this. I know the community did. Everyone out there in the community, as you guys have seen, the fighter class is getting very close to ready for Alpha 2, along with all the other archetypes that you've seen. Give us your commentary. Give us your feedback. Talk on the YouTube channel, in the Discord, on our forums. What did you enjoy about the presentation today? Oh my gosh.
All right. So that was good. That was good. I just want to play now. That might be the real reason why I didn't watch it, because I just knew it's just gonna make me want to play. Oh my god, that was awesome. I really appreciate all you guys hanging out while we did that. Yeah, it was worth 5 subs. I'd have done it for free. That's what y'all don't know. I'd have done it for free. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the fighter stream. So I am intending on streaming at 1 o'clock Central Time, which is the time this particular stream started. Most weekdays. So you guys are more than welcome to jump in and hang out while we do that. I may also start doing some evening time streams, maybe 10 o'clock Central Time, make it a little later so that people who have different work schedules can watch. And I'm going to get out of here, but I'm going to leave you guys on my starting soon screen so you guys can listen to some Ashes of Creation themed music that I've created and listen to how awesome it is. So I appreciate everything you guys do. Thanks, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
In the land of fair beneath the moonlit sky, a caravan left Winstead, grit in their eye. Wagons full of goods, dreams bound for Miraleth, but shadows lurked in silence, bringing the test of death. The horses' hooves were steady on the worn-out trail, through valleys deep and wide, past the silver veil. Bandits in the night, with greed and foul intent, turned the peaceful journey into swift lament. Run, run, caravan, the bandits close behind. From Winstead to Miraleth, there's no peace to find. Hold tight to your dreams, ride through the night. In the land of Vera, you must stand and fight. Torches lit the darkness, faces cloaked in dread. Caravan speeding forward, a bounty on its head. The wind whispered warnings through the ancient pines, as village hills echo with those desperate cries. Wheels upon the clouds. From Western to middle life, there's no peace to find. Hold tight to your dreams, fly through the night. In the land of Terra, you must stand and fight. Heroes gather with a mission. I stand on Coffin Tower. Whispers of magic from the past. Ruins call with ancient power. Heroes gather with a mission. I set on Coffin Tower. Whispers of magic from the past. Ruins call with ancient power. Stone and shadows underfoot now. Every step a tales unfold. Echoes of a time forgotten. Island secrets to be told. Climb the tower, heroes brave. Through the magic we will pave. To the top we rise defiant. Shining bright in dark alliance. Corruption creeps around the stones. Essence twisting in the air. But with courage burning strong, we will cleanse with earnest care. Observatory within sight, eye of fire shining bright. Fight the magic, fight the night. Together we restore the light. Climb the tower, heroes brave. Through the magic we will pave. To the top we rise defiant. Shining bright in dark alliance. Corruption creeps around the stones. Essence twisting in the air. But with courage burning strong, we will cleanse with earnest care. Observatory within sight, eye of Isla shining bright. Fight the magic, fight the night. Together we restore the light.
ways to advance your character outside of killing monsters, gaining levels. The alternative
All right,
advancement
sorry about
systems, the little flavor things like killing orcs to gain enough lore to learn to speak Orcish and things
Nice.
like that.